What's up, Knicks Nation? Welcome to the Blue and Orange Brunch. And as always, we have a whole lot to talk about. Josh Hart, his availability tonight remains a game time decision. But what will happen if he can't go? We'll also talk about Jordan Clarkson. The one thing that he's doing surprisingly puts him in the tops of all categories for guards. We'll also talk about the one thing that Jalen Brunson admitted. It shows that he's in over his head, just like he and the rest of those Atlanta Hawks. And we'll also talk about Jalen Brunson. Once again, each and every year, he's consistently considered for something that he doesn't win. But we'll discuss that and more on this episode of the Blue and Orange Brunch Show. Welcome, Knicks Nation. I am your host, Karan Pierre, the Objective Fan, and I'm straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. Man, you know the vibes. Tell a friend that we live, man. Hey, welcome to the show. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. But listen, before we begin, we do have to address the proper formalities. We got to get the likes up, man. So as you enter the show, smash that like button. Big time salute to everybody in the building. It's game day. I'm so hyped. I love game day. But smash that like button. Of course, subscribe while you're at it, because we know in the last 28 days that well over 50% of the people who watch are not subscribed. So subscribe now to help us close that gap. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, and we do appreciate your support. Each time we reach a certain subscriber milestone, we have special giveaways, and the first is the 5K giveaway, where we will give away this rookie Jalen Brunson trading card. All you have to do is subscribe. No phone numbers, no emails, no janky websites. Subscribe, and one of our loyal and lucky subscribers will enter in the chance to win this card. So big time salute to everybody that's in the building. Let me see who's in here. My man Pepe, big time salute to you. Darlene Bryant, I see you. Angelica, big time salute. Welcome, OKF Nation in the building. My man Mellow Mike, I see you. That's my partner in crime right there. Big time salute to Buzzer Beater in the building, man. Big time salute. All right. Of course, we got Marie. All right. Stevie Nicks. Good to see you, Stevie Nicks. Joseph, my man Atlanta Hawks OG. I see you. Are you Atlanta Hawks #1? Who are you? Who are you? Oh, my God. You better relax. We got all the fire and smoke, man. You better call up when I open up the phone lines. Angel, big time salute to you. OKF Nation, my man Joseph, I see you. Of course, Maxine, the super producer. Big time salute to Maxine. And my man Joe from AC, I see you. All right? So definitely smash that like button on the way in. A couple of things I want to talk about before we get the show started. You know, I'm still under the weather. Last night was the worst I ever been. After the show, I felt a little crazy. Took a crazy nap. I woke up at 10 o'clock, wanted to do a show last night. And, because I woke up late, I decided, I shut it down. We'll be back tomorrow. And we could talk about all this Knicks stuff and NBA stuff the next day. Also, I'm going to do the MVP donors a little bit later. Big time salute to y'all. Y'all know y'all the fuel of this channel. Of course, today is game day, so tonight we'll be back for Where There's Smoke, There's Fire right after the game. Probably like around 10:30, 10:45 start, because the game will be ending at, 7? Well, it starts at 7, so it'll be over by 9:30. So usually an hour after the end of the game, we go live. So be on the lookout for that as well. Of course, Blue and Orange Brunch tomorrow. And I try to get in another show, as long as I'm feeling good, I'll try to get in another show as well. Hopefully tonight, and I think tonight, I'm very confident tonight, this will be the end of the series. I also forgot to add in my intro, I will be giving my 3 keys to victory. I will do that as well. So Let me get into research mode, man. As we always start every show, I like to take a look at the previous night's scores and then go from there. So boom. So I'm gonna start with last night's game. All right, we had the Detroit Pistons. They avoided their fate of losing by getting a win, extending the series. I kind of figured they were going to win last night. You know, they were a heavy favorite. I think they were a -10.5 at home. You know, you don't want to be embarrassed. I knew the Pistons would win. I didn't think that the Magic had the fortitude to close them out. They're still the tragic to me, but at home, they have one loss in the last 2 playoffs. All right, with the 2 playoffs before this, and no losses this playoffs. So I think that trend continues. And I think going into Game 6, I think the tragic, no matter how tragic they are, they will definitely win that game. As far as the Raptors and the Cavaliers, this was a showdown. I didn't watch this game last night. I will watch the replay. I did watch the last 3 games of that series. I don't think I watched Game 1. I might have, but I didn't take notes. But I took notes on the last 3 games of that Raptors Cavaliers series. The Raptors are giving the Cavs all types of hell. And it's surprising to me because they don't even have their point guard, and they were managing to score 120 points. That's hella impressive. We'll see what happens at Toronto. I wouldn't be surprised if that series goes to Game 7, as it looks like the home team is the victor in each one of the games. As far as the Rockets and the Lakers, will the Rockets make history? They won the last 2 games. Did they win the last 2 games? I think they did win the last 2 games of the series, because I think the Lakers were 3-0, right? Where the hell is my game night? The hell? Lost my game night? What's going on? Anyway, I was gonna look because I got a playoff tree in it. Anyway, so I think the Lakers did win the first 3 games, but the Rockets have won the last 2 games. Will the Rockets defy history and come back from a 3-0 deficit? I severely doubt it, especially without KG. I didn't watch that game last night, but I will check it out. All right. As far as tonight's games is definitely going now. I'm amped. We are right now a -2.5. We'll talk more about the odds and all of that a little bit later. But, you know, big game tonight. A lot of potential elimination games tonight. Of course, you also got the Celtics and the 76ers. Now, this series, I've been studying this series. I watched every game, took detailed notes, and I got my 82 nights right here. I don't know what the hell the game night is, but I got the 82 nights right here. See if y'all can see it. All right, 82 nights. Now, there's so much to that series that I could do an hour's worth of content, just me talking about that series. It's the tale of 2 different Sixers teams. And it's just a matter of which Sixers team show up. But I will say this, Boston, and why you should be a little concerned. Even though y'all are -6.5, they give Boston so much goddamn respect. I'm trying to understand it. Anyway, well, maybe because the Celtics are a good road. That one thing I will say, in the playoffs, the Celtics are a good road team. But the bottom line is, Joel Embiid, man, completely changed the complexion of that series. If he can play the same way he played the second half of Game 5, I wouldn't be surprised if the Sixers win. Because literally, Boston has no answers for Joel Embiid if he plays the right way. And playing the right way is, instead of shooting all them damn threes, instead of popping to the 3-point line, he had more success popping to the nail. And I do think he's the best at that. No one operates in mid-range, pick and roll in mid-range better than Joel Embiid. No one. And so if they continue that energy, man, Celtics might be upset. As far as the Timberwolves and the Nuggets, this is another interesting series. They went up 3-1, but they lost Dante DiVincenzo to an Achilles tear, unfortunately. And then they also lost Ant-Man, who's slated to be out for like the next 2 to 3 weeks. So right now, you know, the Timberwolves, even though they had the big lead, they don't have the health. And Jokic is Jokic. Even though they got Gobert, but Jokic is Jokic. Good luck trying to stop him. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Nuggets go on a run to come back, but they got to do it tonight in Minnesota. I say this, and I usually hate saying things like this, but if the Nuggets win tonight, I think the Nuggets win the series. Big time salute to my man AP. He says, of course, Detroit will play a compromised team lucky. Yo, I mean, that part too. I mean, if you're talking about Franz Wagner, Franz has been, ruled out. I don't think Franz, I'm not sure if he's going to play Friday, but the risk is, the catch is he has that sore calf, right? And let me just see really quickly, since you want to talk about it, AP. So he's still a game time. Now, here's the risk, right? And it's crazy. You don't even got Isaac. You know how valuable Isaac would be against Detroit? Anyway, nonetheless, here's the thing about, Franz, right? You're playing with a scenario that could easily turn to a torn Achilles. And we've seen so many examples of this, and I don't think that we want to see it now. So do Orlando roll the dice and play Franz? Clearly, he provided a big-time advantage because in Game 4, the game they won, he had 19 points, 4 steals. So it wasn't even just his offense. It was his defense, too, able to get in transition. But his ability to attack in that mid-range and stretch the floor, because Franz is a good three-point shooter, not having him certainly benefits the Detroit Pistons. It makes it a lot easier for them to try to make a miraculous comeback, but I do think they're cooked. Continue to smash that like button if you just joined the show. I do appreciate y'all support. All right, and also smash that subscribe button, because we know most of you guys are not subscribed anyway. All right, I'm going to get to my first topic. And my first topic is going to be, let's talk about Jordan Clarkson. First off, I got to give a big time salute to Jordan Clarkson, because he's somebody who literally in the middle of the year has reinvented himself. And let me show you what I'm talking about. So you wouldn't believe that Jordan Clarkson is in the top 10 of this guard stat. And it's something that I've been observing for like the second half of the season, but the numbers show that Jordan Clarkson is for real. Here's the undeniable proof that his breakout is no fluke. Jordan Clarkson is the best offensive rebounding guard in the postseason. That's not technically true. He's top 10 in offensive rebounding, but he's up there, right? Now, if you want to talk about percentages, okay, maybe so. Yeah, I think he does have the top 5 offensive rebounding percentages if you want to count that. All right. But in total offensive rebounds, he's like top 10. But who would have thought Jordan Clarkson would be this dominant? And VJ Edgecombe is probably the most dominant rebounder for a guard out of anybody in the playoffs, if you ask me. He's had multiple 10 rebound games. But nonetheless, Jordan Clarkson he's up there with the big dogs. He has no defensive rebounds. He only has offensive rebounds. And, maybe hanging out with Mitchell Robinson, are they working on rebounding? Did Jordan Clarkson sit there and say, hey, Mitch, show me how to get some offensive boards? I don't know. But whatever he's doing, whatever they did is working, and he deserves a big time salute. What do you think about Jordan Clarkson's offensive rebounding? He's doing other things to help, keep him on the floor, and he's playing defense. He's guarding 94 feet. When's the last time you've seen Jordan Clarkson guard 94 feet? I don't ever remember Jordan Clarkson guarding 94 feet. Maybe I wasn't watching enough Utah Jazz games. But you know what it is? What it shows me from Clarkson? That he's taking on the identity of his teammates. Right? He's doing some of the things that, his teammates do, like 94 feet. He got that from Deuce and Jose. Right? Offensive rebounding, hanging out with Mitch. Man, Jordan Clarkson was definitely the signing of the off season to me because what you get for such little value. I think it's hard to argue who else got that value from a veteran minimum player from the off season. So big time salute to Jordan Clarkson. He's balling out of his mind. So let me keep it going. All right. As far as Josh Hart, we're going to talk more about his injury in a second and in the most recent update. But I also want to start off with some more good news before I get to Josh Hart. And the Josh Hart arc is really interesting because, Josh Hart has done a lot for this team, especially since he's been a starter. So not having him for a pivotal game 6 is going to be interesting, but we'll talk more about that a little bit later. Let me get to Jalen Brunson really quickly because, Jalen Brunson, he is somebody who, is a legend already. What he's done in such a short time span. I know I said no, there's no way he could pass Walt Clyde Frazier if he wins the championship. Not just one, he would have to win multiple, but I ain't gonna lie. Looking at all of the odds and, the way the media and even Knicks fans shun him and put him down, I think that if Jalen Brunson were to lead this team to a championship, this might have to make him definitely a top 3 favorite Knick, but I wouldn't be surprised if you want to put him up there with Clyde and Willis. But let me get to this. So NBA announces some Jalen Brunson news. Okay, Jalen Brunson, a model teammate. He's always finishing as a finalist for the award since joining the club. The league office announced on Wednesday that Brunson received 33 first place votes, 16 second place votes, and 19 third place votes. All right. In the final tally for the 25-26 Teammate of the Year award. So big time salute to Jalen for that. The reason why I wanted to highlight that because one, I want to focus on some positive news, right? Because I feel like there's a lot of negativity with Jalen. People talking about he needs to pass the ball. People talking about he's too small. Just a lot of negativity, and I'm tired of it. So, I wanted to highlight this as well because, a lot of people keep saying that he's selfish. A lot of people, says that he's a chucker, he's a ball hog, he dribbles too much, right? And, they also question his ability to be a teammate. They say things like he's not a good teammate and, he only wants the Nova boys there. And there's this faction of Nova boy and non-Nova, which I think is complete cap. Right. But this brother is being honored or at least considered by the league to be that teammate of the year. Okay. The Southpaw received a total of 659 points after being named as one of the 12 finalists. Okay. And you get 6 from each conference. And of course, they were selected by a panel of executives and active NBA players, then voted from the final 12 finalists. All right. So this is actual NBA players. This is why this award is kind of, important because the players are voting for the guys that are teammates, and Jalen Brunson are among the leaders. So this narrative that, people are trying to put on him, it just has to stop. Clearly, he's regarded as a model teammate. And sometimes I think he's too damn nice. We see clips of Jeremy Sohan. I think, was it Sohan and McCullough Jr. making fun of him on the bench that people were sharing? They're like, look at him. But I just look at it as, Jalen Brunson's just a good sport. I don't look at it like Jalen Brunson, oh, he's this, that, and the third. I don't look at it from a negative lens. You feel me? I look at it from a positive lens. What the hell was that? Sorry, I heard something in my headphones. It was weird. Anyway, but yeah, So what do you guys think about this? You know, Jalen Brunson being regarded as by his peers as a model teammate. All right. So big time salute to Jalen Brunson once again. What I'll do is this. Smash that like button, y'all. And I'm gonna open up the phone. I'm gonna take a couple of calls and then I'm gonna get back to some more topics. So if you want to call up, you can. The time is now. By the way, these are the rules for all the new people. Everybody gets 3 minutes. So call up. If it's your first time calling, you want to talk, call up. I'll get you on the line. All right. But if you want to call back, and these are some of the other rules. If you want to request calls, you can do all of that stuff. These are the rules now. But if you want to call up, 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. I'm gonna take a couple of calls. I'm gonna get back into the show. And what I want to do is I want to break up the calls and the topics more. All right, and you know, move with a little bit more efficiency. And once again, like always, we will have a tight clock. So if you want to call up 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. And if I miss your call, I will call you back. All right. Big taps with my man AP. He says 1 championship will be enough for me. I think I'm on that train, AP. Like seriously, I think I'm there with you. I think that just based on the odds and the sheer like underdog factor that will be there, like we would be a tremendous underdog in any final series, unless like it's a team like Denver. I think we probably still would be the underdog, but I don't think they would be a heavy favorite. But if it's OKC, which is trending to be right now, it's looking like a showdown between the Knicks and the Oklahoma City Thunder. In that case, I do think that we would be probably a historic underdog. Probably, if not as worse as Indiana, maybe just as bad. Maybe just as bad as Indiana. But really quickly, before I get to the calls, I see you guys calling. I'm gonna answer your calls, right? I do want to do the MVP donors. I got to give a big top salute to all the people that support the show. I always start up with this brother, and it's pun intended because he's in the chat sending in supers. My man, AP. First, a big top salute to you, AP. I do appreciate your support, man. And yo, man, you know, listen, you was with me since one of the beginning of my live days, man. And hopefully you stick around, man. Big time salute to my girl, Angie, OKF Nation. Crim's dad, OKF Nation. CW Flash, big time salute. I think he might also be a part of OKF Nation. The Lights Down South, BK, big time salute. Hakeem the Dream. Now, Hakeem the Dream is the #1 controversial super chat starter. Every time he posts something, it's going to be anti-Jalen Brunson, and it's going to be hella controversial. Big time salute to my man, J-Tap. All right, OKF Nation Plus, that's my dog. Joseph Hart, big time salute to you. All right. My man, Khalil, the MVP of all MVPs. My man, Knicks will be champs, 25-26. All right. D from LA. Biggie, the most requested caller in OKF Nation. Mellow Mike, my road dog. Mr. Knicks 101. Of course, we got to have one of these Boston guys. He's still my man, though. Salute to my man, No Strays, ENT. But Boston, don't drop the ball tonight. Don't drop the ball, Boston. All right, Ronnie Rivers, big time salute to you. Tugboat Taylor. All right, OKF Nation Plus, big time salute to my man Tugboat. And Walter White, big time salute, all right? And he's a part of OKF Nation as well. And of course, my channel members, I want to give a big time salute. The OG Knick fan, my dad, big time salute to you. Jessica, big time salute to you. CW Flat, yes, OKF Nation, CW Flat. You know, big time salute to those channel members. And of course, the Cashapp crew, Rock, Cleo, J-Tap, big time salute to y'all, man. And of course, my man Ty as well. All right, Ty also OKF Nation Plus. So I just wanted to give a big time salute to the MVP donors, man. I'm from Brooklyn. How I came up, we spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. So that's how I do it. I always show love to the people who show love to me. All right, so let me get to these lines. Got my man Derek from Brooklyn. All right. Ironically, I just talked about Brooklyn. I got somebody from Brooklyn calling. 646-995-8389. Call. I'm gonna take a couple of calls and I'm gonna get back to the topics.
Hello.
What's going on, Derek, Brooklyn?
Yeah,
How you
yes,
feeling?
sir. Yes, sir, man. How you doing, man? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. It's game day. How you feeling today about today's game?
Oh, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm ready to get ready to iron my John Starks t-shirt now, man. Get ready for
Yeah.
this game, man. Get ready for this game. Yeah, man. But Jordan Clarkson, man, he really reinvented himself, man. Because in the middle of the season, boy, he was shaky out there. Mike Brown sat him down. Mike Brown had to sit him down. But when he gave him another chance, he showed and proved that he needs to be out there on that court, man. He needs to be out there on that court, man. We definitely need him, man. Definitely need him. So let's big up to Mike Brown too, man, for taking another chance on him, man. That's what I like about Mike Brown. He does give his teammates, another chance to, redeem themselves, man. So I like Mike Brown for that, man.
100%.
And then people talk about Jalen Brunson. When we got Jalen Brunson from Dallas, who really thought that he would be doing the things that he's doing for us, man? When we first got him,
Nobody.
Who really thought that he would be doing things that he was doing, man? People saying that he just won his Nova Boys deal, but DiVincenzo was gone, so but and he always took to me it seemed like he always takes responsibility for his mishaps. Like, he in the press conference he talks about what he should do better. He never really points the finger or nothing like that. So that's not selfish people don't do that. You know what I mean? Even though he's the captain, man, he the one that took responsibility to call a team meeting after we got spanked by Dallas in the Garden, man. So, and if he's a selfish person like that, he wouldn't care about things like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
He wouldn't care about things like that. But
That's a fact.
yeah, man. And Brunson, please play your game, brother. Please play your game, because we need you to play the game that you play. You know what I mean? We need you to play the game that you play. Okay, you may dribble a little bit too much, but hey, look where we are because of your dribbling. You know what I mean? Look where we are because of your dribbling. But we looking good, man. To me, I can't see why we can't win the chip this year. We got a good starting lineup. Keep Bridges on a short leash. Let him still start because we still need him. Even if he just give us 7 points for play that good defense, that's perfect. That's all we need. We keep these people coming off the bench, giving us that energy. Let Alvarado come off, give us that Brooklyn energy. I can't see why we can't. Yes, we do. And I can't see why we can't win the chip this year, man. I can't see why we can't win the chip this year. And that's what we're going to do, brother. So
that's exactly what we're going to do.
Yeah, thanks for one quick question. I know you got some merch. What's your website for your merchandise?
Listen, everything I got, because I had 1,000,001 website. I had the blog website. I had theobjectivethinkfan.com. I got this web. Listen, everything that you need to see is Linktree/theobjectivefan. Scroll down, merch. Yep.
Okay.
The link is in the description. It's on the screen. It's everywhere.
Okay.
That's where you find it.
Okay, brother. Keep up the good work, and we're gonna we're gonna close these guys out tonight. Close these guys out tonight, brother. All right,
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Go New York.
Go New York. Go. Let's go. Hey, by the way, I do a bad job. Listen, my bad. Listen, if you want to check out some of my merch, you could go to Linktree/theobjectivefan. I don't promote it enough. I be tripping. But I do promote the Linktree. Everything that I have, you could find on my Linktree. Linktree/theobjective. Everything. From the 82 nights, the game night. I don't know what the hell my game night is. From the 82 nights, the game night, all that stuff. All you have to do is go there. All right? And you'll be able to find it. Okay? My bad. I be doing a bad job of sharing that. Because people be asking me about the merch and all of that too. And I just be on some, oh yeah, it's here type vibe. Hold on, let me. Having some issues on the back end. Got a couple of more calls. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna try a different flow to the show. Get some early calls in, get into some topics, kind of mix it up more. See if my man Lopez is ready. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion.
Telephone number.
All right, Lopez, call back. I also got some news too. I thought I had an update on Josh Hart. Like his status for tonight's game, because that's what we're waiting for. But what I see is that, and I got to give my man Josh Hart a big time salute. He earned 5th place in the Hustle Award, because they just announced the Hustle Award winner. It was Musa Diabate, and Josh Hart finished in the top 5. So they did consider him, but he just didn't win. What's good, Lopez? Are you there? Uh-oh. I'm some phone issues. Hold on. Try him one more time. Yeah, but salute to Josh Hart, man. Because I was thinking that. I said, Diabate, where was Josh Hart? So Josh Hart was 5th. They had Dyson Daniels number 2, Draymond number 3. And then Cedric Coward number 4. How did Cedric Coward get up there before Josh? I don't even remember Coward being a hustle man like that. Coward is nice. I like Coward. I just didn't remember him being a hustle man. What's good, Lopez?
Hey, what's going on, man? I'm here.
How you feeling?
My bad. My phone was doing some janky doing real quick. But
It's all good. You know the technology ain't perfect. Where we going?
yeah, I just wanted to piggyback pause off what the previous caller said, man. As far as talking about, did we know Jalen Brunson was going to? I actually kind of felt Jalen Brunson was going to be like that because of what I saw him do in that series with Dallas against Golden State. I was actually rooting against him at that time. I was hating on Jalen Brunson big time before he came to New York, because I was like, yo, he gonna stop Steph from getting another chip. I was really, because I felt like the connection from Mark Jackson, since Mark Jackson coached Golden State, I felt like that was, when we wasn't in it, I was like, I'm gonna still root for this team because this team was born from Knicks legacy. That's why, I mean, their defensive imprint. Remember, the West Coast wasn't known for defense like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was really known for being offensive juggernaut. So I was like, Mark Jackson took that New York philosophy out there. So that's why I was rooting for them back then, because we didn't really have a hat in the ring, and I wanted to root for somebody, and I didn't want to root for no East Coast team because I don't want to see nobody from the East getting it except for the Knicks. That's how much I love my Knicks. I can't see nobody from the East getting it. You feel what I'm saying?
I got you.
So
I'm with you.
anyway, when we got Jalen Brunson, I was like, yo, that's kind of dope, and especially because I was like, yo, he was getting busy. He was giving Golden State crazy problems in that playoff run. So just to piggyback what the last caller said is, you're right. We don't get here without Jalen. For everybody starting to forget the heroics that he had to do when the team was hurt, all the 2023 playoffs, 2022, 2024 playoffs, when the whole team was hurt and he was carrying us on our back. We've already brought up the stats about he does pass. He's had a career year in assists. Last 20 games, 3 double-doubles, scoring. His assist numbers were over 8. I mean, I don't know what you want him to do when y'all pass him the ball back with 5 seconds and say, go get me something. At the end of the game, if y'all been doing that the whole game, at the end of the game, I'm going to start trusting you? You ain't trust yourself the whole game. I'm supposed to trust you when I'm trying to pull out a win. We need a win now. So I'm supposed to go with you with your lack of confidence, Mikhail, or go to Josh when you hesitant to shoot even though you shot 40%. Like, bro, what are we talking about? I'm supposed to give the game to people who aren't proven gate closers over myself when I've proved to be the closer. Y'all remember what I did last year in round 1? That little, you know what I'm saying, when I cut that Thompson kid up. Now all of a sudden, Jalen don't pass enough. So it's only a problem when, you know what I'm saying? It's not a problem when I make the shot. It's not a problem when I'm cooking. But when I do have a little flaw, y'all not there to hold me down. Like, man, y'all do this to y'all people. Y'all people be rocking all the time. He fall for a minute and like, nah, he ain't. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, bro, you don't do that to your peoples. So why are we gonna take that approach as fans? I know Jalen's not our peoples like that, but you can't go from supporting him. He was great last year. Now he's a bum. Nah, bro, we not rocking like you ain't a real fan if you rocking like that, bro. That's all I had to say.
Man, Lopez, great call as always, family. Fire.
Thank you,
big
man.
time.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right.
Let's go Knicks.
Let's go Knicks. Yo, hold on. I see you, Mike J. I'm gonna take that call. I'm gonna take a couple more. I'm gonna get back to topic. Look, let me just say this. Jalen Brunson, all right. The hype bias narrative, I'm fighting that. Oh, he's 6'2", so he should pass the ball. Right? I'm fighting that narrative. The average 6'2" guard ain't Jalen Brunson. They're not him. He is him. So he is judged by a different standard. They don't got his playoff resume. We're talking about somebody who's coming along the lines. I'm not saying he's as good as Steph, but he's coming along those lines. He's different. He's not the same 6'2" guard. Don't judge him by the same standard. He gets busy. It's what he does. When they put the numbers up last year, ball-headed guy Chicago, Jalen Brunson, y'all was all cheering. Now we lose a couple of games that we shouldn't have lost, or at least one of them we shouldn't have lost. And now, oh man, Brunson is the problem. That's what I'm fighting against, that narrative. See if the brother's available. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. Talking about a couple of topics today. What's going on?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Mike, you in the building, man. How you feeling, family?
Everything's good. Everything's good. Can't complain. How about them Knicks, man?
Knicks and 6, baby. What's up?
You go. All right, this the question I have for you. I only got one
Yes.
question. Out of all the playoff coaches, who you think has the most pressure?
Oh, man. I think that's easy, Mike Brown.
There you go. I try to explain that to somebody. I try to
You
explain
can't
that.
even think about that. That's like a you don't even have to think.
Right,
Like, it's just New York. Oh, New York, Mike Brown.
right.
It's simple.
But I try to explain to somebody. I said, based on the job that Tibbs did last year and taking them to the conference finals, any first round, second round exit is a failure.
Right. 100%.
It's a failure. Especially if you don't go back to the conference finals or the finals, it's a failure. And he
100%.
has the most pressure on him. And the thing that I try to explain, I said, listen, Mike Brown been, I believe, a head coach of 4 different teams. And he never did well in the playoffs with any of them teams, even though he won Coach of the Year, which based on the regular season, but his playoff record is not, airtight.
Right.
So I was trying to explain to people that I said Mike Brown has the most pressure on him.
Kind of easy. That's easy work. Even if we didn't know the story, you would just think New York. Oh yeah,
Right.
New York. The guy, whoever coaches New York or LA. that's what a casual would say.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And one more thing, I don't understand how people try to change Brunson game the way he played. Like how you just said in your statement that he is what he is. And what a lot of people don't understand, that we live in an era where the traditional point guard is no longer here.
That's a fact.
And right now, the point guards that we living with today are scoring point guards.
And all of them.
Right, and they're not the typical Chris Paul point guard, Jason Kidd, and all of them. And that's what a lot of people don't understand, that Brunson is not yes, he can pass, he can get some assists and all that, but his job and the way he plays is to score and give you buckets. And that's what he do very well.
100%.
So Knicks fans need to stop getting mad when things don't go their way or go right with them, and just accept the way things is with them. And you celebrate when he does well, then enjoy it, because nobody doesn't have a perfect game. Nobody have a perfect season.
Right.
So Knicks fans got to understand that.
Man, yo, great call.
All right.
Great
Thank
call.
You,
couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you.
All right.
All right. I agree with everything he just said. Like, you know the problem too, especially that Knicks fans have? We have an issue with accepting the Knicks for who they are and not who we want them to be. I think that's a real issue. Like, these are my Knicks. I know their limitations. I know their strong parts. That's just what it is for me. I think people have a hard time adapting to that. All right, let me get my man Sean in the building. Then I'm gonna get back to these topics, and I'll get back to the phone lines. Hopefully Sean is still there. What's going on, Sean?
Yo, what's going on, Karan? How you feeling?
Not much, man. Can't complain. Hopefully you feeling well yourself, man.
Yeah, everything good. I'm back normal. Appreciate
No
that.
doubt. No doubt. So where we going today, man? What's your thoughts? We got a game. Where we going?
Well, it was always gonna be Knicks in 6, so
Yeah.
I feel confidence in my boys to close it out tonight. I just hopped on the video, so I was just getting the last couple of minutes of it. I think
Okay.
a lot of people was discussing that Jalen Brunson. I just want to say this.
In general. Yeah, go ahead.
Just in general. Okay, well, I just want to say this. If you're disgusted at Jalen Brunson, if you don't like what he's doing, we as Knicks fans will revoke your Knicks fans card right now, and we don't need you on this bandwagon or this team or in this fan club, because I remember where we was cheering for Jeremy Lin. Do anybody remember him, Jeremy Lin? Do anybody remember Frank Ntilikina? Do anybody remember Alonzo Trier? Do anybody
Ronaldo
remember?
Bookman.
Exactly. Do we remember Tony Douglas? Do we remember any of these point guards? Do y'all remember we had about 15, 16, maybe 20 point guards in the last like 10 years?
Yep.
Brunson came in and solidified himself. I don't understand what's so much debate about it. The caller said it best. Jalen Brunson is a point scoring point guard. You know what I mean? That's his thing. He gets buckets. But lately, he's been given assists. What more do you want the guy to do? To go grab rebounds? He's 6'2". I mean, at least the guy is standing in front and leading the NBA in charges. At least he is putting his body on the line to play defense.
You know what somebody said, right? You know what's really quick? Somebody said that Jalen Brunson, because I said against the Hawks he averages 29.5, and someone, I'm not gonna say their name, they said that Jalen Brunson should average 24. I said, wait, what?
Okay.
You can't make it up. You can't make it up.
You can't make it up. And these are the type of people that want you to give them a cake and then feed it to them also. That's those type of people, because this guy is putting on a clinic, scoring 25 points a game, 26 or 28 points a game, and you want him to go down to 24? How is that? That is wild. When, I'm going to be honest, we got a bunch of light-skinned dudes on the team that sometimes play soft. I'm surprised Cat is playing how he's playing right now. To be honest with you, Jalen Brunson is a dog. He's a dog. Okay, OG is a dog. He's going to get aggressive. But when the rest of the team is not on, what do y'all want him to do? Then when we lose, we sitting up here complaining and saying, oh, fire Mike Brown, trade the whole team. We need Giannis and his brothers.
That's true.
Man.
Yo, Sean, man, you cooking right there, Sean. I appreciate you, brother.
Because it bothers me, Karan, real quick. It bothers me because Jalen Brunson is who we needed. Y'all wanted a man that didn't really know much about, but he came in and proved everybody wrong. Becky Hammond, Kendrick Perkins, Stephen A. Smith, and everybody else. He's proving these people wrong constantly. Let him continue to prove our fans wrong, because that's the messed up part, that our own fans is taking some negative spots out on him. But he gonna prove them wrong. He gonna prove them wrong. It. And I'm right behind him when he do. Appreciate it, Karan.
No doubt, Sean. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
All right. It's my man Sean from VA. I agree with everything he said. You know, that's what I'm defending. You know, it's crazy. Like, I don't got to defend Brunson to non-Knick fan. I mostly defend Brunson to Knick fan. It's the most crazy. You would think the outside ops would hate him. Man, all of our competitors, Boston, Detroit, all of these other teams, they be like, they love to have Jalen Brunson on their team. We the only ones that's like, oh man, he's not this, he's not that. And I'm like, the hell's going on? And then all of a sudden, here's the crazy part, right? Here's the ironic part. And salute to my man Big Bodega, but now Cat is the most beloved Knick. You can't make this up. I remember when we first got Cat. And he's soft, he's this, he's that, he's this, he's that. I had to push back and defend Cat. Now, Cat is He's the #1 Knick. And then Brunson, now he's the outcast. Telling you, you can't make this up. But hold on. Before I continue, we got to continue to smash that like button. All right. I'm going to talk about Josh Hart. And another interesting topic right before. Look. And so I did not. I promise y'all, smash that like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I promise y'all, I didn't script this. All right. I promise y'all, I didn't script this. But look at this. You see that last super chat? First, a big time salute to my man, Big Dog Tall Sport. All right. He says this. Brunson took a $113 million pay cut and not appreciated. I didn't script that. By the way, he's a Golden State Warrior fan. And he's saying that. I just said the other teams, they look at Jalen Brunson and they say, yo, that dude is him. We the ones that's trying to downplay him. You know, and then, of course, the old media narratives from before, not really much now. I think now they consider him a superstar for the most part. I don't really see a lot of other people talking down about Brunson like that. Whether it be the size, I only see Knick people do that now, to be real, you know. And so, you know, I just feel like it's a shame that Jalen Brunson, the dude who took the greatest sacrifice in NBA history, you know, and I challenge that 113 is really 160 because he made All-NBA second team. So that means he would have been eligible for the Supermax. It was 267 for regular people. But for people who become All-NBA, he could have made 3 and change. That would have been his max, for the record. All right. So I'm gonna get to Josh Hart. Right, we're gonna talk about Josh Hart. Hold on, before I do Josh Hart, let me, because this is something I wanted to talk about last night. This actually was going to be last night's flagship topic. And it's about Jalen Johnson. All right, so Jalen Johnson, he said that he talks about the physicality. And this is why I know the Hawks are cooked. And I'm going to do my 3 keys towards the end of the show, right? But this is how I know the Hawks are cooked. This is how I know. Because Jalen Johnson said some interesting things the other day about this series, all right? So this is what he had to say. He said the physicality is much more intense, right? And then he was asked about the biggest difference between the regular season and the playoffs. They let a lot more stuff go. There's not as many whistles blown. So just continue to play through that. Continue to fight physicality with physicality. Learning to continue to do that for all 48 minutes, right? He said, I think they punked us, all right? And this was after the blowout loss. He said, we just didn't match their intensity from the jump. Guys like Josh Hart, we need to match their energy. Big time salute to Josh Hart. This brother has Josh Hart on his mind. All right? And so Jalen Johnson, to me, is admitting that the playoffs might be just a little bit too much for him on his first occasion, and it's something that he has to get used to. You see, that statement that he just made is why I don't trust no young team in the playoffs. None of them. They don't have the experience to carry them forward. See, I value experience. That's why you're seeing all of the experienced teams going to thrive in the playoffs. And the baby boomers and the baby boppers, right? Not boomers, but the baby boppers, they going to be eliminated early. You never been there before. Look at that poor center from Detroit who got put on a poster the other night. I mean, bad. Look at him. Look at his experience, right? This is his second playoffs, and he still look like they hadn't figured it out. Yeah, they had a decent game last night, but they're going to get cooked in game 6. It's just a matter of time. The point that I'm trying to say is that our experience is what's giving us an edge on top of the fact that we're just a better team than them. Because they're not ready for the physicality, right? And I'm going to double down on that with another article, all right? because he also spoke about Josh Hart. That's why Josh Hart is important. And if he doesn't play tonight, and we're about to talk about that in a second, what do the Knicks do? Because they are impacted by the physicality. It's taking them off guard. And these are the things that the Knicks know because we've been there. So when Tony Bradley, I know a lot of us joked on Tony Bradley, right? When he says we have to be the one that hits first, he actually has a little bit of experience. He's been on playoff teams. He's played a little bit. I'm not saying he has that much experience, but he's somebody who's played on these teams. But the physicality, right, is something that the Hawks, I don't think, were prepared for, because they're playing out of their comfort zone, I feel. And I'm going to talk about a little bit more about that when I do my 3 keys. But the physicality, this is what Mike Brown said. One of the things we said we got to do is box out. We only gave up 5 offensive rebounds, which to that team is huge because they're one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the league. I'm not sure about that. Hold on. Are they? I don't remember them being the best offensive rebounding team in the league. Let me stat check. Nah, they're not one of the best. They were averaging 12 rebounds post Trae Young. I mean, I wouldn't say that they're one of the best. Maybe they're in the tops, but they don't hold a candle to us in terms of rebounding, So hold on really quickly. Try this really quickly. Yeah, I mean, they were 20th in offensive rebounds for the year, But post Trae Young, about 12 rebounds a game. They were better after the Trae Young trade. But I wouldn't look at the Atlanta Hawks, and I wouldn't say that. I probably would challenge Mike Brown on them being a top offensive rebounding team. I don't think so. But what I will say is that on the defensive glass, they are pretty good. They're solid on the defensive glass. But, the physicality that they're bringing to the table, because they're one of the best offensive rebound teams in the league. We talked about boxing out. Our guys did an unbelievable job on the glass. I'll tell you, OG Anunoby, Towns. Ooh, I'm working on an unfiltered thought on OG because he said something that was interesting. He said that, he can rebound. It's just that his assignments that he guards. So I want to do a deep dive on, OG Anunoby's rebounding, because he says if he's guarding somebody who's big, he'll get more rebounds. If he's guarding guards, he gets less. So I'm going to put that to the test. All right. But, the Knicks are definitely making an initiative to take the physicality to them. And this is what Town said. We've done a great job. We're changed from games 2 and 3, 4 and 5, executing with our physicality. So that was the biggest change, and you could see it. So the physicality, Jalen Brunson admits that he ain't about that life, or he wasn't ready, he wasn't prepared for that work that the Knicks are giving him, and that's what that was. And then I'm gonna get into this Josh Hart. So we still hadn't got any news on Josh Hart. I was waiting on Josh Hart to see if we know he's gonna play or not. So now that is a good chance that he won't play. Definitely, I want to talk about a couple of things that we can do to replace him, because, we know that Josh Hart has been pivotal for our playoff success. What he's done, even in the game where he had 2 points, he, was doing other things, rebounding, defense. And those are the things that matter the most to me. All right. And so his game 6 availability is a question mark. And this is the CJ McCollum dilemma, because we know that he spent some time on CJ. He guarded Jalen Brunson, right? So now who guards CJ? That becomes the question. Which one of these Knicks takes on that assignment? And we did a great job in the last game slowing him down. I know that sounds crazy, like we talking about CJ like he's Trae Young, but like I told y'all, he was their best player. Hold on, big time to my man Mr. Knicks. He says, do you think Vegas wants game 7 with the Hart injury? Well, right now, Vegas has us as the favorite. So I don't know how you would be able to say that. I mean, we are the favorite. So yeah, we are 2.5 favorite. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the odds change if Josh Hart, who's still a game time decision right now as we speak, maybe that changes if he's out. You know, does the Hawks become the favorite? That's a good one. I don't know about that. I don't know. That's a good one though. About Vegas, because you know the bottom line is more games, more money, right? So I could see the logic in that. I just had a thought because I seen something pop up on my screen. And this has nothing to do with nothing, but I'm just going to say this. I don't want to change the topic. I'm not. What if LeBron loses this series? Would that be one of the most epic failures ever? Like, LeBron, if this is his final season and he blows a 3-0 lead, wouldn't that be crazy? Just a thought. We don't have to change the topic. Let me stay right here. So, we'll see. But there's a good chance that Josh Hart plays. But what happens if he doesn't play? All right. What happens if Josh Hart is not prepared to go? Who will back him? All right. Who will take his place? Okay. He's bothered by a possible back injury. Contusions. I mean, that could go either way. When you got a back issue, there is no, determining none of that. Hold on. I thought I had another article talking about his potential replacement. So I did a poll on the channel asking who should replace Josh Hart. And it was Deuce, it was Sohan, and Clarkson. I think Deuce had the most votes. If you get a chance, if you go to my community section, you could vote on it if you hadn't already. Oh yeah, I think this is the article here I want to get to. So right now, Deuce McBride, all right, is someone who they're pitching, from Daily Knicks. They're saying that Deuce McBride, they should consider giving him the opportunity. I think he's number 2 in plus minus. He has a good plus minus with the starting group. What do you guys think about starting Deuce? We could talk about that when we call up. But I'm going to tell you who I think should start. Now, I want to take you guys back down memory lane. All right? And I want to go to this game right here. This is the first Atlanta Hawk game during the regular season. Do y'all see who started this game for Josh Hart? His name is Mo Diawara. Mo Diawara started this game. He didn't shoot well. He didn't play a lot of minutes, but he was playing great defense. He opened up the game with a block on somebody. Can't remember who it was. I know because I got it down in my 82 nights. But he definitely, to me, if he were in the rotation, I would consider starting him. But the only reason why I'm bringing him up right now is because, well, one, we won the game. And two, he is someone who has size. I think that we should go size. Like, if I had a choice as to who we should start, I'm thinking size. And then maybe you could put OG on CJ, But the person who I think should start in place of Josh Hart is Jeremy Sohan. Yeah, I'm going there, y'all. Jeremy Sohan. So a lot of you, this won't be a surprise because I've been the one that's most consistently calling for this brother to play. A lot of people, I was calling for Jeremy Sohan to play before it was cool to say Jeremy Sohan should play. Now it's cool because Jeremy Sohan looks good in his limited time. Even at the end of the season, I was calling for Jeremy Sohan before that. I was calling for Jeremy Sohan before that. You know why? Because once I discovered that you cannot play him with Mitch, you got to play him with the starters. That was always my logic. So if OG goes down, Hart go down, Bridges go down, start Jeremy Sohan. He'll fit right in. I don't know if he's going to hit the 3 ball. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But he has shown the ability to hit the 3 ball. Okay? And so I think that this is what's going to happen. I think Jeremy Sohan's going to start the night, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'm going there. I think Mike Brown's experiment with Sohan at the 5 didn't work the way he wanted it to work. That's why you never seen it again. But I think that him with the start is going to work. I want him to go out there and throw elbows. I want him out there to guard Jalen Johnson specifically. And I'm going to say, yo, first play of the game, I want you to throw an elbow. Boom! Throw Johnson off like, oh! Because he showed you that the physicality, he wasn't ready for it. They letting it go. All the old school, like CJ McCollum did something that was so subtle the last game that was ill to me. When Towns was setting the screen, he hooked Towns. That's some old school stuff right there. Ref didn't see it, no call. He hooked Towns so Towns couldn't roll off the screen. That's old school. See, that's experience. That is the value of experience. And these young whippersnappers don't got it yet. They still learning the game. So I'm putting Sohan out there just to throw elbows. That's it. No other purpose, really. It could be for 3 minutes. It could be for 6. Then hell, let's go double big lineup. Let's go let's really mix it up. So we're going to put Sohan out there for 3 minutes. He going to throw 2 elbows against 2 fouls. Then I'm going to go double big lineup. That's what I would do. Really mess with what they had. Like, oh, snap, they really doing things different out here. And then I'm going to go 3-point guard. But seriously, though, I think that Jeremy Sohan's going to get the start. Now, if Jeremy Sohan doesn't get the start, the only other player that probably will start, if I could keep it real, I think Deuce would probably start over Sohan. Like, if Deuce wasn't there, I think Sohan would start. But Deuce being there, and then you also got Shamet too, but Shamet kind of fell out of the limelight. You know, he kind of fell out of the grace. But you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Shamet starts too for the same reason why I'm saying Sohan, because Shamet won't mess up the rotation. Like, they won't mess the rotation because they got a good rotation with the bench, how they play these guys. And I think Mike Brown likes that consistency. So now I don't got to tamper with the bench. I could start Shamet. I could start Sohan and still maintain the same energy with Clarkson, Jose, and Deuce, right? I don't gotta tweak that. I could still get that same energy off the bench just by starting one of those guys, if that makes sense. So what do you guys think? I'm gonna get back to the phone line, 646-995-8389. Continue to smash that like button if you just joined. All right, Josh Hart, potentially out of the rotation. All right, smash that like button, y'all. All right, we don't got enough likes. Big time salute to my man Mellow Mike, I see you. Killer B, I see you. Big time salute to everybody in the chat. All right, Walker Fall, I see you. All right, Jimmy, all right. Is that ATL? No, Atelia. Okay. I'm about to be like, wait, is that ATL? Is that Jimmy ATL? The hell? Is that the thing now? Everybody from ATL got ATL at the end? Big time salute to you, Angie, as well. All right. By the way, Angie, I wasn't saying to start Diawara. Only reason why I used him as the example was because I thought that, you know, he has size. And my thinking is, let's go size. Let's go with size instead of just starting small guards. You know, I kind of like positioned everything together because they're having trouble with the physicality. So if you go small, you lose that. And Josh Hart is 6'5", but he plays like he's 6'8". So I'm going to replace him with a 6'8" guy. That's just how I think. You know, maybe I'm you know, maybe how I see it is not the way to see it. but I'm just telling you why I'm saying what I'm saying. All right? I'm just telling you why I'm saying what I'm saying. All right, let me get back to these phone lines. Definitely subscribe if you're not subscribed as well. We know well over 50% of you guys are not subscribed. Let me check these phone lines. Got my man Yuri. See if he's ready and available. Man, how about this? Smash the like button before you call, goddammit. What's good, Yuri?
All I'm gonna say is this. Yo, better ready for 4-2 Knicks win today.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Didn't you say Knicks in 6?
I said Knicks in 6.
Uh-oh, okay. All right. I ain't mad at you. Let's go.
I said Knicks in 6. Well, and also I'm gonna say too is somebody responding to that call. Mike Brown's definitely on a hot seat. That's number one. Number one overall time on a hot seat. That's not a joke. Number two, I'm gonna say.
But why you say he's on the hot seat, and why you say that's not a joke? Why you say that?
He's got the most pressure right now, and it's
Okay.
New York.
Okay.
Number two,
I hear
Cleveland
that.
Cavaliers head coach. That's number two.
Oh, Cleveland. Okay.
Number three, I'm gonna say JJ Redick.
LA? I don't know.
They're on the verge of blowing a 3-0 lead.
Well, yes. That's bad. That's bad.
Number four, Ime Udoka.
Okay.
And number five, just for shits and giggles, JJ Bickerstaff.
Oh, Bickerstaff? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The reason why I drove Bickerstaff in there is you're about to lose to a 1 seed. You're about to lose.
The AC up. I got you.
You're about to lose. If you somehow win this series, you're safe. But if you don't, I could see him getting out of here.
So what's your thoughts about Josh Hart? Who you would replace him with?
We got to get to the point where Hart can take a day off.
I agree.
So I'm not really worried about it. And we shouldn't rely on Josh Hart to win games. So there's no excuse on why the Knicks should not win tonight.
I agree. I'm with you.
Now, if it was Brunson or Cat, I'd be like, okay, we're in trouble. But
even still, we should win. Even still. Like, we got the guards and we got Mitch. We should still win, regardless. I'm keeping it real.
Right, we should. But we've seen the effect that Josh Hart has.
No, yeah, of course. No, I'm not trying to underestimate Hart, but we're saying that we're just a better team. Superior.
Right. There's no reason why there should not be 7 games tonight. So anyway, I'm going to take my leave and I'm going to end it with that.
Thank you, Yuri. Big time. All right. Interesting perspective. It's crazy you about to have an 8th seed win, a 3-0 lead overcame. This would be one of the Knicks win the championship. This would be one of the most, first of all, hold on, Knicks winning the championship. We got to applaud to that. This would be one of the most out of the world playoff if all 3 of those things happen, right? 100%. That'd be just like, whoa. 646-995-8389. What's good, Jimmy? Are you there? Jimmy, are you there?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I got you now, Jimmy. What's going on, family? Let's go.
I'm good. Last time I called you is when we won the little tournament there.
Oh, the cup.
Yeah, man, that was the last time. I was like, yeah, we're there. I was all excited, and in the middle of the season, my heart was being toyed with because of the inconsistencies and just the way the grind is, right? Yes. Solskjaer, I believe, and he impressed me at those final minutes. That man could move. They look well.
Oh, yeah, he athlete.
Them boys can move. I prefer Solskjaer. If Josh, I say rest Josh or whoever's hurt, even if their pinky is injured, sit them down for a game or a few. Have them limited,
Right. I agree.
What I would personally like to see more of, honestly, I would like to see more of Mitch and Cat at the same time on the floor. We can have our version of the Twin Towers, but Yeah, bro. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet and simple.
Mhm.
Knicks, if you're listening, get on those free throws, buddy. Champions win. Champions make their free throws. Bottom line.
Right.
Come on, Mitch, get it together, brother.
I'm with you
That's
on
it.
that. Big time. Salute, Jimmy.
Bro.
It's my man Jimmy. Give my man Miguel. I like the flow. I like this format. I think we're gonna use this format. Introduce some topics, get the calls, come back to the topics, calls. Then I do my 3 key. I like this show format. It's cool. Great flow to it. What's good, Miguel AZ? Queens to AZ.
Yeah.
What's up, family? Hey, man. Everything good, man. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. Man. We about to smoke the Hawks, man.
That's facts.
It's about to be over. Yo, I honestly, I think we should start Sohan.
I'm with you.
He a bully, bro. I like his energy.
Even if he comes out there and throws 2 elbows. Think about
Bro,
it. He come out there 2 elbows. Boop, boop.
He got to
Josh said,
knock
shit.
one of they tooth out or something.
Right.
He got to knock they tooth out or something. You heard?
Old school basketball.
Yeah, man. That's how I grew up playing in the park.
That's a fact.
Pardon my French. They was throwing elbows, punching in the gut. You feel me?
You ain't driving to the basket though. You better shoot.
Not in my town. Yeah. Nah, man. Yeah, I think we should. I think we should honestly start Sohan, man. I think we should start Sohan. What you were saying was right. We keep the bench in their rhythm because they already got a little rhythm. They already got a flow going. We keep them in that flow. We give Sohan an opportunity to show his defensive presence and maybe score 1-3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get a couple blocks.
Right.
Something.
Rebounds.
And it's crazy because before we got Sohan, my little brother's a Spurs fan. And I used to tell him, he's like, yo, we got to get rid of Sohan. I'm like, yo, bro, send him this way. We need a player like Sohan.
100%.
And he was always telling me, yo, I ain't gonna do nothing with him. And I'm just like, yo, that man gets an opportunity in New York, he gonna do something. I'm telling you. And we saw in those last little minutes, he has something to prove, and he still got something to prove. You see how he be mocking other teams when he be in the bench. He be talking, he be yapping them up from the bench, getting them off their rhythms. I like that, man. I like Sohan.
He from that UK trenches. You could tell.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. You could tell, bro. He grew up in the slums. Yeah, we need him in the game. We need him in the game. Josh Hart should just take this little break.
Take a break.
We're gonna need him. We're gonna need him in the next series. So
100%.
Yeah, I think it's better. And yeah, man. Honestly, and I think it's funny what you said about LeBron. If he loses, I don't want to get off topic. But it'll be hilarious how LeBron, he was one of the few to come up from a 3-1 lead like that, and now for him to be on the opposite side of the spectrum is kind of hilarious to me. And I've never been a LeBron fan ever. I've always despised that guy. But yo, you already know we're gonna get this dub. Everybody hit the likes, subscribe. Like I said before, this the best literally channel on YouTube. Big facts, bro.
Thank you, family. I appreciate that.
My favorite YouTube channel. Oh, and by the way, I'm Pepe in the chat. You heard?
Oh, okay. Oh, Pepe, I got you. Okay. I got the connection.
Yeah.
Big time.
You already. One love. Always.
No doubt.
One.
That's my man Pepe in the chat. I always see him. And now I know the caller with the username. Got it. Listen, by the way, especially if you're a channel member, call up and let me know your YouTube name. Because a lot of, I know a lot of you guys on YouTube. Y'all been, a lot of y'all been here for a little while. And yeah, just let us know so we can make those connections, A lot of us do. We know who a lot of you are. But yeah. You get my man the Bronx in the building. All right. 646-995-8389. Call up. Voice your opinion. This is the Blue and Orange Brunch. We talking about the Knicks and Hawks and Josh Hart. What do we do if he doesn't start? Because there's a good chance he probably doesn't play tonight. So we'll see what happens. See if the Bronx is there. If not, keep it pushing. All right, Bronx, call back. Get my man Juan, the OKF doctor, in the building. 646-995-8389. Call up. Voice your opinion. This is the Blue and Orange Brunch. And smash on that like button if you hadn't already. Hopefully my man's there. I know he's busy. He's a doctor. All right. Want to call back? Let me try my man Rock. He's in the front lines, Rock. I'm curious to see how Atlanta is right now. Big game. Hey, Rock, what's good?
What's good, Kay?
Hey, you on the front lines. How is Atlanta right now?
Hey, these boys getting a little bit of down here, man, because I just had my brakes done yesterday morning at Pep Boys. Everybody's car was brought to them, but I had my Knicks hat on, and I had to go around and get mine from where they first put it at, around the back of the building. They didn't even bring mine to the front, man.
What? You serious?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
They should be happy all that New York nigga economy coming through there. They should be good.
Yeah, but if he had grassroots fans, the mechanic ain't thinking about it, man. You know.
I got you. Yeah, there's probably like 10 people like that. I got it.
Yeah, you gotta run into one, you know, every once in a while, you know.
Oh man, well, this is gonna be the last night. You know, hopefully they don't become like the Pistons fans, where they hate us for a whole year and then don't even see us the following year. So
yeah, you know, it's not really a hostile environment. You know, they used to us being that so many of us is down here and all that. So it's like you know, hey, you know, like I said, it's MSG South. So hey, what can you do? There'll be a little bit of this, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think we're going to take over the building? Because they were saying it was like 60-40, 70-30 Hawks. Do you think we will tip the scales?
Yeah, I think so.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear Deuce, and I want to hear MVP. I want to hear all of that.
Yeah. But with Josh, man, let's sit it up, man. We got enough soldiers, man. We shouldn't have went this far, man. I mean, when everybody was saying 6 games, I mean, you were saying 5, I was saying 5. Just out of respect. Really, we could have wrapped this up in 4, really.
Really, realistically, it should have been because we had them 2 1-point losses that shouldn't have been, but that's a whole nother topic.
You know, I might be suspect on thinking the Knicks want to spend some time on the ATL stripping it out the 6 games.
Right. You know what? I got somebody I need to see, so we're going to go to 6.
yeah. I got this girl I used to see back in the day. Whatever, you know what I'm saying?
You know, wifey gonna be doing this. Look, man, I need to go do me. Hey, you just never know, right? These NBA
dudes. That's for sure. I remember when the bubble was happening, Lemon Pepper Lou snuck out of the bubble and he had his name Lemon Pepper. So, but yeah, sit Josh out, man. We got enough soldiers. We could do this, man. We can close it out, man.
Who you going with to start? Who you going with?
I'm gonna go with Sohan, man. I want to go with Sohan. Yeah, got the
elbows.
Got the
That's
height,
all I want.
You got the attitude, and you got the lateral movement. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Put him on Johnson, make him feel the physicality, dog. We bringing the physicality. You think Josh Hart ain't there? We got another dude. He's like a London Rodman. We gonna put him on you. He gonna throw 2 elbows. You might get called for 1 foul. And you gonna feel it. No.
Right. But as far as like you said, Mike Brown got the most pressure out of all the coaches, man. Secondary in the playoffs, I think it's got to be Bickerstaff, and it's only because he was yapping so much on ESPN and they made the #1 seed. Because real heads know that team ain't built to go all the way, man.
Hell no. They know it. That's the crazy part. They know they didn't listen. None of them expected 60 wins. Right, and none of them for damn sure expect to win the championship.
Matter of fact, the GM needs to be fired, and that job needs to be having an open, thinking they can go all the way with that squad. Come on, man, it's crazy.
10 seconds.
They lucky. Orlando don't have a knockdown shooter at the point position.
Right, and they lucky Franz wasn't there.
Yeah, yep.
That part.
Yep, definitely. Right,
big time salute though, right? All right. I'm glad he said that. Yo, my callers are the best. First of all, callers are fire. First of all, that's a great segue. Tonight we'll be back right after the game around 10:45, 10:30. We'll be here for where there's smoke, there's fire. All right. Win, lose, or draw. I'm not ducking nothing. No smoke. Tonight, there won't be any losses. We definitely winning tonight. That's with Hart or without him. I'm going to do my 10 keys in a second, and I'm going to tell you my 10 keys, my 3 keys for tonight. And yeah, I'm looking forward to a nice performance. Let me see my man, the doctor's there. I see my man, Ty. Got my man, Ty in the queue. Juan, the doctor. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Karan. Sorry that I missed your call.
That's all good, man. I know you busy, handling the clients, man. So, what's your thoughts, man?
Well, first of all, I had to eat crow a little bit because I did say 4-2.
Okay, it's fine. I'm not doing crow today.
No,
I didn't mean to
it's
do the
fine.
crybaby. My fault. That wasn't me. That was my soundboard that did the crybaby.
Oh, no worries. I just say sometimes that happens in the morning. No, I think that Sohan actually is going to be integral to this game and going forward.
Will
Why?
he get the
Because,
start though?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I think he's going to be Deuce. Why? Because he has more familiarity with him in the lineup. So Sohan,
okay.
but Sohan is going to be in the lineup. That's not even a question. Why? Because one of the things that we were killing him for was not shooting, right? He can't shoot. But he goes to the basket.
Yes, he does.
And the first thing he goes whenever he gets a rebound, goes to the basket, goes to the basket,
Yep.
goes to the basket. So that is a big difference between him and Mitch.
Right.
So in my opinion, I think that Sohan is going to be playing more now. Why? Because he's not detrimental to the offense.
Right. Which is major.
It's humongous. You get another.
And he guard damn near all 5 positions. Yeah, and he got all 5 positions technically.
Yeah, and besides, even though it was garbage time, he did shoot a triple.
Yeah, but this is not the first time. Even in the other garbage times, he was shooting the 3-ball.
With no hesitation, which is great as well, because he's not afraid of not hitting them, which is good for a shooter, as you know.
Yep.
So I think that's going to be the issue. Not the issue, the situation. I think Sohan is going to be part of that. It's going to be that 10-man. Wara, unfortunately, he's not going to be as much as I would like to be. But Sohan is okay, man. I don't mind another 6'9" guy that can rebound like Rodman, like you said, the British Rodman.
Yep. Yeah, he's a UK Rodman. He coming in for elbows. All I want is 2 elbows. 2 elbows and 1 foul. Yeah, that's it.
I mean, look at Kuminga in the last game when he bounced off Mitch. He never did anything else.
Bingo. Got to bring the physics. They already told us they can't deal with the physicality, and that's the key to success.
And that is what I was telling you about them in 4 games, because I saw that fear in them. I saw that they had not that mentality. They don't have that mentality of winning. They don't. So
definitely.
And in regards to Josh, back contusion is something to be looking at. Because especially if it's chronic, it can give you spasms. That's a problem, especially a guy that big. It can give you spasms. So that is the issue. He may not play, but to be honest with you, it's not the first time it happens to him, and he still plays.
Right, that's true. He plays through a lot.
So what I would do if I was the coaching staff, because he's not going to be not wanting to play, what I would do is just reduce his minutes, and that's where Sohan comes in. You don't have to play in 30 minutes. Right.
And I think that might be the most likely outcome. I think he plays, but not as much minutes.
No, first quarter, set up the tempo, set up the pace, and that's it. Let the other ones bring it up, and let the others keep it up.
Right.
Because I don't think
I'm trying to find. I'm looking for his. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find his Fox Sports so I could pull it up. I'm not seeing it. The hell. All right, hold on 2 seconds. Because what you just said is this is why you the OKF doctor, because you got some medical knowledge. Hold on. All right, so let me see. I'm trying to get to. Okay, I got it. So, because you said if it's chronic, right?
Mm-hmm.
The last time he has back on his injury report, yikes, was March 5th. So I don't know.
See what I mean? And before that, he had another back issue too, because the contusion is just a trigger for the back problem.
Okay.
So that means that he's prone to have spasms, contractures, which is the muscles get a little contracted, boom, and it hurts, and you get triggered when you
Oh,
get hit.
right.
That,
Oh
so,
man.
but the same thing with his knee. He has a runner's knee too, so a jumper's knee too.
Right.
So, and he
Right.
keeps on playing on that, which is not going to
Yeah.
cause more damage. It's just he might need some time to rest. So that's what I'm saying. And but based on his personality, I don't think he will stop playing.
Nah, he's not stopping. Yeah, he's not gonna stop.
He's going to
But
set the
okay.
tone, and then he's going to go rest, and Sohan and Shaman is going to be playing too.
Got you, man. Listen, Juan, thank you, man. Listen, this is why you're valuable, man. You gotta call every day, all the time. Thank you.
I try. I try.
I appreciate
if
you, Juan.
J-Tab listens to pitches, even if J-Tab listens to me, he's speechless.
Yo, J-Tap is that's a whole nother conversation, but I appreciate you, Juan.
Oh, I love it.
Have a good one.
You too,
all
man.
right.
Thank you. Bye.
Yo, what he said was valuable information, y'all. You see this right here? In March, he had the back. That's why I said, as soon as he said that, the chronic joint, I said, oh, hold up. Let me go look at it. And also back in October. See that? So this is something to watch. This is why Jeremy Sohan could be very important. He could be very important. So we'll see what happens. We'll keep an eye out on it. Josh Hart is a tough guy. Another thing, too, like, people pain tolerance is different. So Josh seems like somebody who could tolerate some, some wear and tear, but we don't want to, we don't want that to be like if he has the opportunity to rest. But Juan brought up a good point too, which I think more than likely will happen is he'll probably rest. He'll rest and not play as much minutes. What's good, Ty?
Yo, what's going on?
OKF Nation Plus, man. You ready for tonight, man? Game night.
Oh yeah. I was calling. I just got on. What happened? Josh Hart not playing?
Back contusion.
Oh,
so he's game time.
Yeah, he'll get an epidural shot. He'll be okay for the game. And
you just said it like it was not.
He'd
be all right.
Yeah, he's gonna be all right. Because the thing is, he gets the epidural shot. He'll be good. And once we get rid of the Hawks tonight, he'll have that time to rest. So right now, Josh Hart has to play. We don't have time. Take your shot. Get rid of Atlanta tonight. Boston is they're in a fight, and we hope for Boston to lose tonight, so that way we get an extra day before we go ahead and meet them. So Josh needs to, and you know what? Honestly speaking, I don't think it's Sohan for me. Not right out the gate. I think Sohan should come off the bench. One of the first two players come out. But I would start Clarkson. I would start Jordan.
Okay.
I would start Jordan in Josh's position because Jordan can actually score the ball. He can shoot the ball, and he plays solid defense. So I would definitely trust Jordan right now to come in. I think Sohan should come off the bench, be the next player off the bench behind Deuce. But yeah, I would start Clarkson, man. There's something about Clarkson with these boys that he plays well against them. He scores the ball. He's playing really exceptionally well defense. So yeah, but Josh Hart will be fine. He'll get the epidural shot, and he'll play tonight. He's not letting that keep him out of this game. So, and we got to close out. It's time. We played without food long enough. So Josh will play. And see, that's the problem too. Like, we need. I know when we've beaten them like by 20 points. I think we're averaging 22-point wins against them. So we need Josh so that way we can go ahead and keep that going. Right now we can't look at Atlanta's going to come and give us everything that they have. So we don't have time for somebody saying, "Oh, we got to rest right now." We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We don't have the luxury to do that because we've allowed them. Now, had we not dropped both of those games, and when they said they just had one win, then we can go ahead and let Josh sit. But because we afforded them a victory twice, we can't afford them another opportunity to even have that thought to be able to do that. So no, Josh will play. Josh will play. Josh will get that epidural. His back will be fine. He'll be good to go. And like I said, and if he doesn't, I'll be very surprised. And I think Clarkson should be the one implemented into the lineup. Not even Deuce. I think it should be Clarkson, because we got to come out there with some
with
nice
everything
length.
you just said, would you be concerned if Josh is not playing tonight? Could that,
I would be very concerned. That right there would be alarming. If Josh has to sit out, and if they have to keep Josh Hart out of a 6-game series, out of the 6 games, that is very alarming with moving forward. Now, as far as us beating Atlanta, no, we'll still beat Atlanta.
No, yeah, not that part. Yeah, not that part.
Yeah, but moving
that's
forward,
easy work.
Yeah, moving forward, definitely, man, definitely, because we need Hart healthy, and that's why we have to handle our business tonight. Because I don't see Boston going into Philly tonight with an Embiid, with his confidence playing the way he's playing. I don't see.
Yes.
I don't see Boston going in there beating Philly tonight. I think Philly pushes it to 7 games. Wow. I have Philly shocking the world coming out of that series.
I know you said that.
Yeah,
I know you said that.
And I said I had Orlando, and I don't think Detroit's going to beat Orlando 3 games in a row. So
they're not winning in Orlando. That's just a fact.
Yeah,
they're not winning in Orlando. Whether Franz plays or not, they're not winning in Orlando.
They only lost by what, 6? What did they lose by? So
by 6, I think it was.
Franz, nah. So it's looking good for us, man. So before I get off, man, you know, I went on and watched the clip of Stephen A&M, and it's so funny to me how.
Oh, today?
Yeah. So now it's so funny to me how all of a sudden the Knicks had the easiest schedule. The Hawks are easier than Philly.
So Ty, why do you do it to yourself, Ty? Why do you do it?
I know, but you know what's so funny? It doesn't bother, because I know this is who they are now, Karan. You know, God said when somebody show you who they are, believe them. Stephen A. already showed us who he is, so we know who you are, Stephen. I don't care. You can say orange and blue skies. You can act like the Knicks are making you happy. You're a cornball. You're not a fan. You're not a fan. You're a fan of your job and what you do, and that's to cause chaos in everybody's fandom. So go ahead and do what you want to do, man. We don't care. You talk about every team, then you act like you big them up. You talk about Josh Hart, but then you love Josh Hart. You're talking with a forked tongue, and we're tired of it. We're tired of it. You know what I'm saying?
Like, here's the part too that they fail to realize, or they don't want to give us props for. We're making Atlanta look like this. We're making them look like that's
my guy.
Listen, Atlanta won 18 of their last 20 games. They went 20. They were 29 and 15 post Trae Young. They were playing great basketball, dog. Now Figgy says the competition wasn't the greatest, and she has a point there, but still, it don't matter. They were winning games.
Yeah.
So now you want to take that from us,
right? And you can't. And even though Figgy's right, but at the same time, these are NBA teams, right? And look what Orlando. Look what Orlando did. So at the same time, we can say they're not really. You know, the competition wasn't as great, but they played against us. They played against some teams, and they got some victories.
And they got some victory.
So we can't discredit that. But like I tell people all the time, even a garbage can eventually gets a steak, man. Okay.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. Like, you know, the sun's gonna shine on somebody once in a while, eventually. So, but New York, stand up, man. This is it. You know what I'm saying? Tonight is the night. This is the biggest game since we've won the finals in 73.
Wow.
And the reason why I say that, because this is the first time that we've had a team that looked like a true championship go-getting team. And
I agree.
And we cannot squander this. We cannot play around with them. I think the Knicks are going to come out. I think they're going to hit Atlanta in the mouth. I don't think Atlanta recovers after the first quarter. If Atlanta plays tough in the first quarter, we're definitely going to be in the game. So we got to come out and we got to hit them in the mouth early, let their nose bleed, let their ears run, and then, see how they can sniffle all the way to the end of the game, because that's what we need to do. So that's why I know John will be out there ready to go as if nothing ever happened. When you see him jumping around and stretching, the epidural's working.
Yep, 100%. It definitely is. But I appreciate you, family.
Oh, absolutely, fam. Absolutely. Let's go Knicks. Okay, if Nation,
Let's go.
stand up. Let's go.
Big time.
All right. Peace.
All
Peace.
right. Yo, to double down on what Todd just said, because I was like, is this the best, team since could this really be? And I went all the way back to 94, right? Because to me, this was probably the most optimistic year. We could say 99, right? Some of y'all gonna say that, but I don't believe y'all. I believe this was the most optimistic year for Knicks fans. And they had I know, of course, the advanced stats wasn't really out then, but, you could go back in time and apply the advanced metrics. But they had a 16th ranked offense. We got a number 3 offense and a number 7 defense. The only team that have a better ranking than that, it would be the 73 team. Once again, I know they didn't have these stats then, but if you apply the metric to back then, the offense, the 1973 Knicks, and if you want, we could look at it together just to show you I'm not capping. I'll be doing my history, dog. All right. 1970s Knicks. Look, they had the 3rd ranked offense and the 4th ranked defense. So when Ty says what he just said, my soundboard just went out. When he says what he just said, it's some merit to it. All right. All right. I'm gonna take. See, I got my man. Let me get my man Tugboat on the line. Then I'm gonna get to my 3 keys. What's good, Tugboat?
What's happening, KP? How you living today, man?
Hey, I feel a little better. Yesterday was a little crazy for me, but I'm feeling a little better, man. And it's game day. What's saying
And
you,
it's
man? Where we
game day,
go?
man. We closing this out tonight, brother. We
That's
closing this out.
100%.
Yeah, this is it. I don't know if I kind of been in and out in this show. I've been taking care of some stuff at the house, but
yeah.
I don't know if Hart's not playing tonight. But
well, we don't know for sure. But we were saying that if he doesn't play, who replaces him? And
yeah, I know you all on the Sohan train.
Of course, 100,000%. I just want him out there for elbows and rebounds. That's it. Just
I wouldn't mind it
elbows
one
and
bit.
rebound. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'd take that. But we know it's going to deuce. I mean, we know it's going to deuce. That's what we do, right?
That's what he's going to do. He's going to play. He could go with the small guys. But Deuce also plays defense, and he could guard. I wouldn't mind putting him on CJ or Walker. I wouldn't mind either or.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah,
and then Mikal could get CJ.
Yeah, because I know everybody's looking for that Jalen Johnson game. So that's why I'm like, all right, if Hart's out, does Jalen Johnson he's shook on that guy. So is he
because now he upgrades the OG now. Now he upgrades the OG.
yeah,
and then if we put Deuce on, put Deuce on Walker and then put Bridges on CJ. Simple.
Man, we put OG on him. Yeah, he's in a whole different type of purgatory.
Bingo.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, man.
I ain't worried.
You got any other topics tonight? I mean, today, sorry.
Yeah. We talked about a whole bunch of stuff. Jordan Clarkson is number 1 in offensive rebounding percentage for guards.
Dope.
Yeah, we talked about the physicality, how Johnson, he wasn't really about that light. Like he was like, oh my God, the level of physicality is more than what I would have thought. So yeah, we talked about a bunch of things. And then Brunson was announced. He was a runner-up for Teammate of the Year, and and Josh Hart was runner-up for Hustle Man. But look, the reason why I brought the Jalen Brunson thing up is because people be talking negative about Jalen Brunson. Oh, the Nova boy. You heard all the conspiracy.
Yeah, I told you that's nails on the chalkboard. That's us, man. We got that MSG PTSD, man.
Bingo. But
we don't know a good thing we got.
If he's such a think about this, Tugboat. If he's a bad guy, the way we saying he is, some of us, not all of us, but the players vote for the Teammate of the Year. Not the media, the players. Every year he's in the runner-up. Every year. Every year. Not one year.
Game.
Every year.
They know game. They're locked in. We outside the club looking in. And
Bingo.
We got our opinions and all that. And it depends on sometimes personal life transitions over to your fanship and all that. But that's neither here nor there. It's just like I said, we only here now because of Brunson. So that Brunson slander, I understood where people were coming from. There's no hard feelings whatsoever. But we here now. And when we whoop up on the Hawks tonight, that we in Boston, and Brunson does his Cupid shuffle on them, then we're gonna be celebrating him all over again. So like you said, his game speaks for itself.
Yep.
So
That's why I don't need to be his attorney.
He needs no attorney. Just watch the footwork. Just watch the footwork, and then you'll be like, oh, that's right. He is the man. That's right. He is the guy. That's why they had the Jordan comparisons last year. Oh, okay. I see it now. Because I remember somebody was saying he's not Kobe. I'm like, yo, he's Kobe in a 6'1" body.
You remember that, right? I said he is Kobe. He said, no, he's not. You know that. That's
He's
the
Kobe
energy Knicks fans have.
And that size body, man. And that size body, he's definitely Kobe.
100%.
I know that's slander to some, and I apologize, but that is he in that size body he is.
Yeah, in a 6, and we're not saying that he's as good as Kobe, and we're not saying none of that. We just talking about like what you just said, and I'm thinking mentality.
Mentality, that Mamba mentality, it runs right through him.
100%, right through him. Pass the ball for what? No, I'm joking. Let me not start a war.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. You got callbacks for days after that one. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
Nah, this game, we should have shut these guys out, man. I mean, we go to game 6, but it's a lot of weird games going on. And I was thinking about it. You know, I got my little tinfoil hat on. There's how many streaming services we got to get now to watch the games?
Oh, it's just so many, man. From League Pass to Peacock. I mean, come on. I'm saying.
They all need their ad sponsorships. They all need to get their viewers. So the refs are doing their job to push the games a little bit further than they should on the games that are a little bit competitive. So we'll shut them out tonight. Josh Hart or no Josh Hart, I don't think we need him. If he needs the rest, I'm all for it. Sit down. You know what I mean? Let's get ready for Boston. Take care of them, pack them up, get our Mikal Bridges games, and then we go to the ECF. Take care of who you think that's going to be, Cavs?
Yo, right now, it depends. Like, the Magic got to close out. I think they will. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the Magic.
That's what I say, too.
I wouldn't be. Because the reason why I say that is because they got the size to deal with their size.
But they got the injuries, though.
They got the injuries, which is a problem. But they got the football players to really put the pressure on Harden. Like, it ain't gonna be as easy to dance and all of that. You know what I mean? Like how he would, you know, against anybody else. So that would be, not to say that he was gonna dance on the Pistons, like they don't play the Pistons play defense. But I'm just saying that, you know, Orlando, they got football players, you know, so it's gonna be a little bit more harder to do it against them.
Yeah, it don't matter.
But Franz is a problem though. But Franz is a problem.
I don't think Franz is a problem this playoff season, man, because he can't play a full game for real.
No, he's a problem that he won't be there. That's what I'm saying for Orlando.
Yeah. Because that's what I was concerned about at first, and then I'm like, oh, you're not even gonna be there, so not really. not really in my stats. He's not in my 82 nights, so yeah.
Oh yeah. Great plug. 82 nights, man. I'm a bad promoter, man. By the way, I got these journals called the 82 Nights. Check out the link tree. I got to do better at promoting, man. But
your work speaks for itself, brother. We all here.
Yeah, I'm great at content. This is promoting. I'm trying.
Yes, sir.
But
yes, sir.
Yeah. So I hear you. I think that no matter who we face, it don't matter. Like it really don't. Franz is there, not there. It don't even. Like, you can't get in the way of destiny, Tugboat. Like, they don't understand. This is bigger than Nino Brown. Like, yo, listen, we might have a playoff where you have the first team to lose a 3-0 series.
Mm-hmm.
You might have another first seed dethrone the 8th seed.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Knicks win the
Don't forget the back-to-back 1-point losses.
Don't forget, but I'm saying the Knicks win the championship, goddamn.
Yeah.
That sounds like a year where the Knicks win the goddamn championship.
Yep.
Against the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Becky Hammonds and all. I want a full clip of full retreats of everybody who was talking down on Brunson, and we roll it back. You know, after the parade and all that.
But Tubbo, you want to know something crazy? It ain't even them. It's us. They know who Brunson is. Even Stephen A. say Brunson's a superstar. Even he says it.
Hey, man, sometimes you can't come back to Nazareth, bro. It'd be like that sometimes, man. It'd be your own family sometimes.
Man, I couldn't believe it. Now, we ain't got to say it. I'm not sure if you remember this, but when that person in the Discord, I said, he averages 29.5 against the Hawks, and he said he should average 24. That was a defining moment for me. Like, oh. And he ain't the only one.
We're here. I know. We're here. Nah, we got that MSG PTSD, man. People, we're a little shook. We're a little scared of our greatness, man. With great power comes great responsibility. and
Right.
we're responsible for that chip this year. So it's a little concerning for some. And we
100%.
put our heart and soul and emotions in this team for decades now, and we're just scared of that heartbreak. But I mean, this is it, bro. We figured it out. Like, I feel real good about it with the way we're using Cat now. Mike Brown is not doing the funky rotations anymore. And
Right.
going back on that Clarkson thing, I look back at that. That may have been that agency nonsense because I didn't realize he was under clutch. Did you know that?
Ooh, I didn't really think about that. No, I never
Yeah,
thought
he's the
about
only
his agent.
player. Yeah, he's the only player not in the CAA mob. He's plays for
But no,
clutch.
but they squashed the beef though. So
Yeah, I
there's
mean,
nothing there. Because
yeah.
that was a business decision too, why they
Mhm.
squashed the beef. So that's why I don't think there's nothing with the agency thing. I think it's all good, man. But yo, Tug, I appreciate. I'm gonna be back tonight, Tug.
Yeah, man, we on
All right.
tonight, bro. Knicks in 6, bro.
By the way, you triggered somebody. I'm just letting you know. You know.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to do that. I'll be tapped in. I might have to call
All right.
back, bro. But yeah, man,
All
we up.
right.
All right.
Big time. All right. Hold on, my man was triggered just now. I see you. I see you, Ty. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Who is this? I'm gonna get to that trigger. Hold on. Hello, caller. State your name. Where you calling from?
Charlotte,
Hello,
North
are you?
Carolina.
Hey, how's it going, man? Turn on your background.
What did you say?
Turn down the. Yeah, I said turn on your background. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
How's it going? What's your name? You said North Carolina. What's going on?
Ain't that, man? I'm just calling up and talking about them Knicks, man.
Okay. What about them, man? Well, you a Knicks fan, right?
Since '63, I went and played ball. Yeah, I went and played ball down at Lombard Institute in North Carolina.
Oh, did you call before?
I never called before.
Oh, you never called me. Okay, cool. Okay, so 63. So where we going today, man? What's your thoughts on any of the topics? Josh Hart, the game tonight. What do you think?
Well, I think you got to swing that ball, man. You got to move that ball without a doubt. You see what I'm saying? You got to get Cat in there, let it run through him, let Brunson get his spots. You see, and then they really don't run a play for OG, but he's
right.
that type of he's that type of player. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it look like they're running that flex option with him and Brunson. The back screen a little bit. I'm not sure how consistently they're going to continue doing that, but that might be one play. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You got to get the ball down low because ain't nobody down there can the boy's a beast.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%. Yep. 100%.
Yeah, so that's how I look at it, man. And we got play defense. You got, you know what I mean. So like I said, I know the game. I used to be an AAU coach, and I played.
Nice.
Like I said, I played down in Lombard, which Charlie Scott and all them went down there.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. So but I really got drafted by the Dodgers playing baseball. You know what I mean?
I was back in the day when you played multiple sports, right? You played everything back in the day.
Right. Like I said, I had the scholarship. I went down there, and for you to ball down in Lombard, your game had to, your game had to be good. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sean Williams went down there from Brooklyn. He played.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
He played for them. Yeah, but I'm gonna be on point with our guys, and like I said, we got that path to win. Win that whole thing right there in the East, man.
100%. I got a question for you, right?
Uh-huh.
Who would you start the night if Josh Hart can't start?
You know who I like? I like Diawara, man. I like that kid.
You gonna put the rookie out in the fire though? You gonna put a rookie in the fire?
He got that. If you look at his game, he can play like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But you got to look at it this way. Did you ever think Lou Sendor, Kareem would come to Milwaukee and take them to a championship? You see what I'm saying? The boy, you get this guy to let the boy play because who else you gonna put up in there?
Sohan. I want elbows and rebounds.
Yeah.
Put Sohan up in there.
Yeah, okay. I have him come off the bench, but can he guard like Diawara? Can he hit the three? You see what I'm saying?
He guards, man.
10
Sohan guard.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that he probably can give you that defense and that rebounding, but can he score? Can he score?
He's not a scorer like that. He could get layups, but he ain't a shooter.
This is what I'm saying. And Diawara got that left. The boy left is, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay,
and really quickly, man, what's your name again? Because I want to lock in your name and number, family.
Okay, my name is Roger.
Roger, got you,
Yeah.
Roger, man. Look, Roger, I appreciate you, man. I got more callers, man, but I got your name and number locked in. So the next time you call, I know exactly who you are, man. I appreciate you, family.
Okay, then appreciate you too, man.
Big time.
All right, now.
Right. I just saw that number. I just figured because I said it was an out-of-state number. So I'm like, man, let me see. This might be some ops. I was in the mood for some smoke today. That's why I answered it. It's the only reason why. I was like, yo, who coupled with the smoke today, dog? I'm like, is this Atlanta? Let's go. That's just how my mind was. I wasn't feeling well yesterday, so I got more energy today. What's going on, Ty?
Yeah. Nah,
how did Tugboat? How he trigger you, man?
Nah,
What's going?
that was just a joke, man. I knew that you would laugh and tell him like I called back trigger. No, I was just playing. You guys are right, man. Because I was one of them guys who was on his head, man. Brunson, I don't care. Like if you leading us, man, you either gonna lead us off the bridge or you're gonna lead us to the top. And but like I told you before, he is a superstar. I think that, but what I think what that comes with, it comes with all of the vitriol. It comes with all of that. So I don't really think.
Okay.
The only pushback I have with you two is like I don't think people really jumped off his train. I think they have this, this like he's like letting them down type of thing. Like how you hold somebody up on a pedestal and then they end up being shaky up there. It's like, dang, I don't know if I should have put him up there. But yeah, Brunson's that guy. The comparison to Kobe, y'all had me laughing. But I understand when y'all said Mamba mentality, I said, okay, whew. I said, okay.
Yeah, we're not saying that he's as good as Kobe. Like that would be crazy if you think we're saying he's
clutch. He's clutch as Kobe. He's clutch as Kobe.
No, he's clutch.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's all we're saying. The mentality, and if Kobe was 6'2", if Kobe was 6'2", that's how he'll be.
Absolutely. No, that's what I said. I was just playing. You guys hit it, man. You guys hit it on the head with that, man. I just wanted to piggyback on it because I was like, I remember I was upset with Brunson. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew what he was capable of. And I'm like, come on, dude. Like we because at that time we were all jousting for position. We wanted the number 1 seed or the number 2 seed. And it just felt like Brunson and them, honestly, I think we played to get the seed that we have. I truly do. I think we could have actually obtained that 2nd seed or that 1st seed if we really, really wanted it. I think this was a chess play right here. I really do.
You know why I'm with you, but not for why you're saying. Not the reason why. You know why I'm with you because we load management Mitch for no goddamn reason. You know where I'm going with that, but let's not go there.
Well, we know he would have helped us out in a lot of those games. That's a fact.
We said we lost 8 games.
Right.
8 games and he didn't play.
That's a fact.
We would at least won half of them. At least.
We would have won at least 4. At least 4 or 5 we would have won. And we would have had that 2nd seed. So I think we played the position. I think what the coaches saw, they strategically planned to get within. They were not going to go to the 4th seed. They didn't want to do the 5th seed. They didn't want to do this. I think they wanted the 3 seed. I think they wanted that because that 3 seed is a dangerous seed because you could have been number 1. So you got a number 1 potential team sitting at the number 3 seed.
100%.
That's tough. That's
and
crazy.
When the number 1 seed loses, we'll get home court in the finals, the Eastern Finals.
Checkmate, brother. You took it out. See, that's what I'm saying. I think the Knicks played very well. I think we played chess very well because Detroit is out of here. But
yep, they done. And I'm gonna be going live tomorrow. Last night I wasn't feeling well, but tomorrow I'm live purposely.
Look, before I get off, man, because when I be talking to you, I be looking at the chat. The chat, yo, this is the most fire chat ever. Shout out to my boy J-Tab, Miss Cleo, the whole OKF Nation. But I only want to say shout out to No Strays. I can't stand No Strays, but you gotta like them. He said Brunson gets smoked by Halliburton, but now he's Kobe.
Hey man, come on! Even Kobe got smoked by Steve Nash. Right? Everybody gets smoked.
That's a fact. Kobe had his issues with players, man. Let's not get
100%. Everybody gets smoked at some point. Like, don't get that twisted.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But Brunson Burner is that guy. You and Tugboat are 100% correct. He's that guy. Tugboat got such an old spirit, man. Like, when he talk, he has the wisdom, right? So I know him and his pops. Yo, listen, there's certain people on here that spiritually I just gravitate to. J-Tab, Tugboat, obviously the ladies, but it's just, you have a fire cast, man. You have a fire team, Karan.
No, the callers are 100% fire, man. All of them. Listen, man, y'all keep me sharp on my toe. That's why I know I can debate anywhere. I got to debate y'all every day. every day. They coming for me, dog. Discord. Every day I gotta be sharp, boy. So
Right,
this
right.
makes me sharper. That's why they
Right.
listen. I'm telling them right now. You got like when I say you gotta get somebody from NBA TV to come talk to me. I got the Knicks fans every day coming for my neck, so I gotta be sharp, 100%.
Yo, look. I'm about to get off. J-Tap said 8 games ain't load management.
No. I said the 8 games we lost. He played less games than that.
I know. I'm just saying, like, yo, fam, you have Quran. You got. So cause what I'm basically saying is, everybody that you have that follows your show, the characteristics are different, but we mesh, and it's just fire, fam. It's fire. So go ahead and get to your keys, man, or whoever you got to call.
I'm gonna do
man.
my keys, yeah. I'm gonna do my keys. Big time, man.
I just wanted to bother you in Tugboat, man. I agree with you guys.
No, that's all good. Ty, you know I always appreciate you, man. Listen, man, you the callback king, so it's all good. I know the minute somebody says something, oh boy, check the cash. Triggered. Okay, we know what it is.
All right,
big time.
All right. Peace.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. Look, we all family over here. You know, yes. Look, family bicker and argue the most. But the truth about it is, we all Knicks fans. We all want us to win. Even the pessimistic fans, even though it feels like y'all want us to lose, I know y'all want us to win. So, you know, we're gonna have differing opinions, but you know, it's always all out. It should always all be out of love, though, because the reason why I created this platform too is you don't have knowledgeable Knicks fans you can talk to, right? We all know Knicks fans, but are they knowledgeable? Like, could you really have a real conversation with them, right? Because I know a lot of people. The only person who I could talk to about the Knicks, the outside of people I met doing this, is my dad, the OG Knicks fan. Big time salute to the OG Knicks fan, right? He a part of OKF Nation too. But besides him, I can't talk about real Knicks talk with nobody. Now, I got friends that are hardcore NBA. You know, they got other teams. But when it comes to Knicks talk, how many people do you know you could talk like about Jeremy Sohan, all right? Without them talking about Jeremy Lin or something crazy like that. All right, so hold on, y'all. Let me get to, by the way, smash on that like button, all right? All right, definitely let's continue to get the likes up. I'm going to give you the 3 keys to victory tonight. And off rip, I'm going in off rip. I'm guaranteeing a victory tonight. 100,000%. I'm guaranteeing a victory. And smash that subscribe button. And that's whether or not Josh Hart plays or he doesn't play. Let's see if we got any updates on him playing. Let's see. I don't think so. Because if Josh Hart's playing, I would have got the notification right there on the screen where I always show y'all. All right. So yeah. It's still the most recent update I got was from an hour ago. And it's saying it's still questionable. All right. Still quite. Oh, by the way, hold on. Before I get there, my man Rock want to get in this. Hold on. I'm not sure if he's triggered or not. Hold on. Let me get my man Rock back on the line before I get to the keys. All right. He's also the callback. We got 2 callback kings, Rock and Ty. All right. And one is the WBC champ. The other is the WBO. Let's see what Rock want to talk about really quickly before I get to the keys. What's going on, Rock?
Yo, what up, Kay?
Were you triggered or you just wanted to respond? I didn't know. I just looked at it and you just wanted to call back.
No, I just had I got a question and I had an epiphany. First is a question. Because I was just reading the chat and I got it from JJ. And JJ said, I was thinking about it the other day and I forgot to bring it up. Where's Skywalker at, man?
Oh man. Well, he had a beef with somebody in the chat with one of the I think it was JJ. He had a beef with JJ and Figgy timed him out. Since that moment, this was like damn, I can't remember when this was. Maybe last week. Ever since that happened, he only came back in the chat one time. But once the Pistons started losing, it was crickets. That's the timeline on him. That's the timeline on him. So we'll see. Maybe tomorrow he might make another appearance if they win. I doubt it because I don't think they're gonna win. So that's what happened to him. in particular.
Oh, okay. So because if the Pistons was winning like he thought they would, he would have been
He probably
calling
would have
back.
still been here. Yeah, he probably would have still, even though he was upset because there was some beef. But I think he would have probably still been here.
He
And no,
doo-doo
he
in the
wasn't
woods right
bad.
now. He doo-doo
Yeah,
in the
yeah, I
woods
think.
right now.
Yeah. And what was it? Was it Dookie? Was it doo-doo? Remember what they said? Was it Dookie basketball or doo-doo?
No,
I can't remember
doo-doo in
what
the
it was.
woods. You gotta blend the song. You gotta blend the sound somehow. Ooh,
No, but
and the
somebody
toilet
said,
flushing
I
or
think they
something.
said Dookie basketball. Like they was trying to
Yeah,
replace Detroit basketball. I'm not sure if it was Dookie. It was funny
yeah,
though, the
something
way
like
they
that.
said it.
Yeah, it was.
Oh man. If anybody remember what that was, let me know. Because we gotta use that.
Dookie in the woods, doodoo in the woods. I don't know.
It was something basketball. I just can't remember. Dookie basketball was something like that. Anyway, and what was your other statement?
While you was talking about the conversation you can have with people in real basketball, like you said you was having with your pops, epiphany came down as I was listening. Because I'm watching YouTube and it's trailing what you actually saying. So I just realized, man, I don't know why I thought about it, but I think compared to Philly, I think when the Knicks won the championship, I would feel good about that than if I won $3 million in the lotto, man.
Wow, that's deep.
Because there's no pushback from winning the championship, right?
That's true.
When they won the 73, I didn't know no better. I was only 3 years old, so I don't know what's going on. So my whole life I never seen a championship. And it's people that passed away and they used to watch the games with the kids and they never seen a championship. So this is gonna be joy after that, even if we just get one. Even though, I think we're gonna double up, but we can go into that later. You know what that's about.
We're gonna say that for the summer. That's summer business. We gonna say that.
Yeah, summertime business.
Oh my God.
But in any case,
but I'm with you.
If you win,
it's either you loaded with money, like you got mad bread, or you generally mean that, and like the championship is just that valuable. Because
look at it this way. Look at it this way, okay? Let's say $30 million. You remember the name Curtis Shaw?
Curtis from where?
From New York. This is the brother who won millions in the lottery. He won.
He won the lottery.
Yeah.
Oh, that's common though. That's not just him. Most people who win wind up broke. So I'm not surprised.
But the pushback is, you're gonna bless your family, but a lot of them are gonna blow that bread and be coming back.
It's gone. Yeah.
Yeah. They're gonna come back to you saying, "Oh, I ran out. Come on, man. You got it. Come on, stop being stingy. Stop being a cheat."
Right.
Because
think about it, right? I know we're not talking about lottery, but like, this is why I don't even play lottery. But look, if you win the lottery, right, you got to think, you don't know nothing about making money. All you know is how to spend it. It's simple.
Right.
That's simple math.
Yeah.
You don't know how to make money. All you know how to do is spend it. So what are you going to do? You're just going to spend more money. But anyway, let's go. Let's get back.
And then they say,
sorry.
They say advice is when you first get it, see a lawyer, but then you gotta he is a financial lawyer. Then you gotta worry about him digging in your pockets too.
Yep, that's a fact.
And then if you don't know, even if you married, say you ain't married, then you gotta worry about what woman really gonna like you, who's really trying to get at you, and then if you is married, who's to say your wife ain't gonna be scheming on you? Either way, there's so many pitfalls and downfalls, man.
Right. Whereas if you win the championship, now you could just laugh at all the people for all these years dissing you. Yeah, I'm with you.
It's a community celebration.
100%.
So and if that happened, my only secondary joy is seeing the Pistons fall and burn. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. I can't wait for Friday night. I'm just doing the show just to have the excuse to watch them and talk about the Blues on Friday.
Oh, big time. Oh man, can't wait.
Oh.
One more thing, Kate. Remember how everybody's talking about how throughout the season everybody talking about Cat got to get more baskets and Cat is a key and all that. I like this role that Cat is in because it's very productive and he's participating in everything. But not to go into it, just to touch the surface. You know how we was talking about the politics of them, what's going on with Mitch, and they're trying to keep that bag down.
100%.
I was thinking about up until now, keeping Cat's participation somewhat pedestrian and trying to keep his bag, and maybe trying to be able to afford multiple bags, later on.
And now you thinking.
Okay. I'm gonna leave it at that because I
let's
want
leave it
nobody
at
to get
that.
mad at you.
Right.
I want nobody to get mad at you.
Trying to get me in trouble.
All
Yo,
right, man.
Ty,
So
you and who else? Y'all be anytime you mention that summertime business, oh God. Yeah.
the Will Smith song, summertime.
Right. Exactly. I got merch line too. All right, let's stop. Let's keep it going. All right, man. I appreciate you though, Rob.
All right, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
Make sure I ain't got no more triggers. Let me just say this, right? In terms of the politics of basketball, for me, it's not a matter of who's right or who's wrong. I'm gonna always keep it real, and I gotta call it out if I see it, and especially if it pertains to the business. But I got some very interesting unfiltered thought videos y'all should check out that talks more about the politics. And of course, those are the members only joints, but I'm just saying, because I see the big picture. I went to school for sports management. So I understand how corrupt the nature of sports could be from a business standpoint, or not just corrupt, but just like very, very shark-ish to all the people who understands what a shark is in business. And so, it's not a matter of right or wrong. It's just about expanding your bottom line. And to some people that could be right, and to some people that could be wrong. But this is why I keep telling the Mitchettes, I'm the #1 Mitchell Robinson supporter. I'm the only one that wants him to get the bag. That's a whole nother topic. I want to talk about this game tonight. Right now, the Knicks remain a -2.5 favorite. Let's do a refresh. No new. Oh, -3.5. Uh-oh. Y'all saw that? In real time. It just changed. Whoa, what just happened? Did we get Josh Hart news? No, we still don't got Josh Hart news. But the odds changed just like that, literally. -3.5. So it opened with the Hawks being the favorite. And then it switched to the Knicks being the favorite. Interesting. Do y'all see that? What the hell is that? Wow. That kind of took me for a loop. I feel even better. I'm guaranteeing the victory tonight, man. Let's get it done, Knicks Nation. Guaranteeing the victory. Right now we have a 3-2 lead against these guys. The people who stand out, if you want me to do this really quickly, I'm not gonna spend much time. But these are I think this is the playoff stats. Let me do a refresh. Traditional playoffs. So this is what's going on right now. We got Brunson Jordan averaging 28. My man Big Bodega Cat giving us a cool 20, 11 and 5. That's fire. OG giving us a cool 20 ball on 50% shooting. I mean, it's just right now, that's all we need, man. Jeremy Sohan, he's 4th in scoring with 10 a game. You feel what I'm saying? I know he only played 1 game. Relax. All right. But let me see the Hawks on the Hawks side. All right, really quickly. Because we don't really talk about this. I don't really care about playoff stats. Personally, I don't. But it is good to acknowledge to see who's putting in work, I guess. But CJ McCollum remains their best player and best scorer, 20.8 points per game. Jalen Johnson's getting his numbers up. It's been a struggle for him, but he's only shooting 42% from the field and 36% from the three-point line. See, I care about these numbers more than points. And Jonathan Kuminga has been their 3rd scorer. Walker has been a no-show, and you could say what you want about Mikal Bridges, but Mikal Bridges is a large reason why Walker has not been dominant, okay? Walker's he's only shooting 38% from the field, okay? He is shooting 43% from 3. Shockingly, he's shooting good from the 3-ball. But besides that, he's not getting nothing done in 2-point range because Mikal has been locking him up in the mid-range. But to bring it back to the game, I'm going to give you my 3 keys, all right? So for the Knicks to win this game tonight against the Atlanta Hawks, the key that's going to be the key for me this entire series, and it's one of my 10 keys, is to limit the turnovers. You know, anytime we limit the turnovers to 13 or less, we pretty much get a win this series. All right. And 2 of the 3 wins this series, we had less than 13 or less turnovers. And even in the other win that we had, when we had 14, that last turnover came in garbage time. So we when we stick to this mark, I mean, the turnovers to me are very valuable, and we need to continue to do on that. In the regular season, here's the crazy part. In the regular season, we hadn't had a game with 13 or less turnovers, and that's why those regular season games was close. If you look at the playoff games, we've been blowing them out. You know, I mean, defiant victory after defiant victory. And I think that continues tonight, and protecting the ball is going to be very important, right? And we hadn't done it in the regular season. We still won 2 out of the 3 games. I think tonight, if just by protecting the ball, is going to help us out tremendously, especially when this team, they are a team that thrives in transition. And in this series, we talked about it yesterday, how well we've been performing against this team in terms of fast break points and limiting that and their points of turnovers. My second key to the victory is going to be getting to the free throw line. Believe it or not, the free throw line is going to be very important for us in these playoffs. Let me go back to it. Go to the Knicks. In these playoffs, we're a +2. I believe. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. All right. So we're shooting 26.8 free throws, right? I think we need to continue getting to the line. Anytime during the playoffs, we attempted greater than 21.7 free throws. The only reason why I use 21.7 is because that's the average amount of free throws I think the Knicks take or the league takes. I don't know. It's an 82 night stat, right? And so anytime we shoot more than 21.7 free throws, we're 3-1. Okay? And on the season, we averaged 21.3 free throws. So that makes us a +5.5. We're shooting 5.5 more free throws in the playoffs. And remember, the playoffs, here's the crazy part about it. The playoffs are supposed to be where the whistle becomes a little less. And they're not as prone to calling the fouls as much as they did in the regular season. But we're actually getting more whistled in the playoffs. The Atlanta Hawks, who were a team, they were not a physical team. And they only averaged 19.7 fouls. They're up to 23 fouls, right? And so they're fouling more. They're sending us to the line, and we're benefiting from that, right? So I think that we need to continue our aggression. They can't match us. One of my 10 keys for the series was attacking the paint. The paint is more important than the 3-ball. And so by attacking the paint, we've had success. And that is a major key for our strategies, by continuing to attack the paint, but continuing to draw fouls. Anytime we make 17 or more free throws in these playoffs, we are 3-0. All right. So just to let you guys know the importance of the foul line this series, they can't guard us, ladies and gentlemen. And I think they don't figure it out tonight. Plus that little wrinkle with Dyson Daniels on Towns, we figured out how to deal with that. All we got to do is go down low. That's it. Go down low. My final key is make the open 3. Okay? We got to make the open 3. Now, oh, by the way, big time salute to Latoria B. I see the jewels. All right, I appreciate that. The laughing jewels. I guess that means that she might have found something funny during the show. Nonetheless, I do appreciate the gifts. And big time salute to all of the gift donors. Hopefully that shows up on my MVP. I gotta check that to see about the gifts. I'll make sure to add that to my MVP donor list. But I do appreciate you, Latoria B, for that. All right. But I'm getting back to make the open 3. Now, I know I say the paint is more important than the 3-ball. And yes, that is true. The paint remains king. But the reason why the 3-ball is important is because of how we're getting the threes. And it's not about a certain amount of threes because we're not taking a lot of threes. We're only averaging 11.6 threes a game, right? And that should put us at, that's like a -2. Hold on. Tell you right now. Should be here. So yeah, that should be a -2. So on the season, we're averaging 14.3, 14.2, so 11.6. So that's what, 2.7. So yeah, that's a -2.7. So we're getting we're making less threes, right? We're only attempting 33s. That's like Coach Tibbs' era, by the way. Coach Tibbs, we were getting around 33s, right? And that's a -8.2 because we averaged 38.2 threes a game during the regular season. So it's not the amount of three balls, it is the efficiency of the three ball. And we know that we were one of the best corner shooting 3-point teams in the league. And as we're dominating the paint, and we've been dominating the paint in the 4 games, we had more paint points than the Hawks. We dominated the paint pretty much. We were 3-1. So because of the pressure we're putting on the paint, is forcing the Hawks to help more and remove the shooter from the 3-point line to help. And now their rotations are compromised. So now we're getting open corner threes, a little bit more spray threes. This is something that Mike Brown said they're doing a good job taking away the spray three. But when we get spray threes, we're hitting them at a very high clip. We're shooting 38.2, 38.4% from the 3-point line in the playoffs, right? That's a +1, okay? Because on the season, we were top 4 in 3-point percentage, at number 4 at 37.3%. So we're hitting the 3 ball at a higher clip, especially since we're shooting less threes. That's always good. If you're going to shoot less, at least make more, right? And that's what we're doing in the postseason from a percentage basis. In all 3 wins against the Hawks, we were hitting our open threes, and we shot over 40% from 3 every single game. So as long as we continue to attack the paint, we will continue to get threes, all right? And in 2 other 3 games that we shot under 30% or 30% and under, we are 2-3. So we don't got to take more threes. We don't got to take a lot of threes. That's not the solution. The solution is to make the 3 because we're making them pay for their limited ability to defend. All right, hold on. I got to get this brother on the line. All right, from Grady High School. I see my man Grady High, but those are my 3 keys to victory, and I'm guaranteeing a victory tonight. What's good, Grady High?
Yes, sir. What's going on, my brother?
I know. Listen, man, I had to get you on the line because I know you coming with that good energy, man. Where we going? What's your thoughts on the game?
So there's no doubt in my mind that we're going to win tonight, but I do disagree with you about starting Sohan, and the reason why is, although he's a Knick, right? He's been with the team. He just doesn't have enough reps with the starters. Okay. And I feel like that could be a factor. I know you stat master Mr. Miyagi, so you could probably look it up to see how often he's actually been on the court with them. But from the eye test, I feel like it hasn't been much. And I feel like being thrown in with them, and you just know, like, as a hooper, with a basketball team, like, you got your bench mob. Be like, oh, these are my people. That's who he rocks with. Right. So I feel like he's more comfortable playing with the bench people. So if he gets some playing time, that would be cool. But with the bench people more, because just familiarity, you know. Gotcha. So I personally would start Shamet. And you mentioned it earlier in the show. I'm still catching up. I have about 38 minutes left. I'm sorry, 2 times speed. I'm still catching up. But you mentioned it earlier. A possibility would be Shamet because it wouldn't mess up any bench units. So I believe I would start Shamet just to give him an opportunity to show that he's still ready and not mess up the bench unit because they've been
I could see that too because you keep the same rotation.
Yes.
He could shoot the 3 and he defends. You could put him on CJ. You know, it's a simple adjustment. I'm not mad at none of these, whether it's Deuce, whether it's Shamet. It don't even matter. I think it would be one of those guys though. I can't see Clarkson because I think he's just good off the bench. But I think any one of those 3 would probably get the start.
Yeah, I agree. And if it was regular season, I would be with you with the DOR train if it was regular season, but not a closeout game 6.
Right, yeah, not closeout game 6 because he did start the Hawk game when Hart missed.
Yes.
He did start that game, so And we won, and he played good defense, but
Yes.
this ain't the time to put rookies out there. Nah,
Yeah,
we
I
gotta
agree.
put,
I agree.
you know?
Yeah, but like the doctor said earlier, I would start him but play him a little bit of minutes. I believe that's what he said. So that's what I would do. Still
with
start
Hart.
him but limit his minutes. Correct, with Josh
Yep.
Hart. So
Yep.
yeah,
and
man.
then put Hart out there just for some elbows. That's
Just
all I
for
want.
some
I ain't gonna lie,
elbows,
Grady High
man.
School. Listen, all I want is elbows.
Elbows, man. Take him
That's
back
it.
to the early
Look,
mid
he could play
90s.
3 minutes. Look, he could play 3 minutes. I wouldn't be mad. Just get out there, just hit him twice, get one foul, because they're gonna call one of them. And yeah, that's all. Just to make, because Johnson was it was a joke too, because Johnson was talking about the physicality, how he wasn't prepared for it. So I just wanted to bring extra physicality with an elbow.
I'm with you, because that'll get in his mental. He's young. Sometimes people they don't realize they're doing that for a reason. Like somebody's messing with you because you can cause havoc on the court. So that not only just, it's no longer basketball to them. They want to fight you, and they just out of their game. So mentally, I agree with you. He should just do something not dirty, like to injury prone, but
no. I'm talking about just hit
feel
him.
the pain. You know, like yo, this is different levels. Yeah, I did this to you. What you gonna do? And now he just wants to get back at you. He's thinking about running you down on a fast break now, or doing something. He's not even playing ball. You know?
Right, and he's young.
Yes.
And he doesn't have the experience to deal with that. So that's all. That's the only reason. I'm just keeping it.
That's how
outside
it goes,
of that,
man.
nah. But everything else you said makes more sense to do to other people. I'm just thinking of like my reasons, you know.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah. So that was that take. I'm trying to think, was there anything else? I think that was pretty much it, though.
Yeah, that was all I got.
All right.
Oh, to the new listeners, I think we have over like 150 listeners. Get them likes up and everything.
100%.
And also to the new listeners, go back. This man Karan was on the air for 24 hours live. We haven't talked about it much lately. You don't bring it up, but I want the people to know, the new people who just tapping in. This man was on 24 hours live. So just tap in. He had to chop it up a little bit and put him out there, but 24 hours straight,
100%.
giving you Knicks content. So hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, people. Karan,
thank you, Gray.
take it
I appreciate
easy, my
that.
brother. All right, of course, man.
Big time. It's my man from Grady High School. Yeah, he's right. We did the first 24-hour live stream in the Knicks community. YouTube, you know, they kind of, you know, there was some not piloted, but you know, we couldn't keep the file up, so I had to chop it up. But it's there. If you go to the playlist section, you will see it. Most of the episodes are there. Some are members only, but most of them are there. You can see like at least 20 hours of it. But we were the first one. I did it straight with just like short breaks, not too many either. I might have took like 3 or 4 breaks the entire 24-hour show, you know. And a couple of the breaks was just quick bathroom breaks. But you know, I only ate like maybe twice throughout the 24-hour period. And so yeah, I held it down, man. And yeah, definitely go check that out. But listen, I'll be back tonight. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I do appreciate y'all. And until next time, as always, let's go Knicks.